जाणूंगा एक है जानू तो एक है राकिता एक हथियार उतर के हमला दी फुरड़े लाफा दुआ क्या गादा ना तरुण बैकुरा fuma da bakuda gadura मुझे यारो कम को दूर वाला फुरा काका बारा तो तवेनी hakura mata ka faski cheheni they were some fight for veni diva ikko team king pure veni inga badam ka ko gaming kaka ture ka ko bedi kaka pa e hur veni fahumi he ka kure veni divu wani mi mage mahal mage raja mi mage matal
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamer's Land. जानू तो एक है राकिता एक हथियार उतर के हमला दी फुरड़े लाफा दुआ क्या गादा ना तरुण बैकुरा fuma da bakuda gadura मुझे यारो कम को दूर वाला फुरा काका बारा तो तवेनी hakura mata ka faski cheheni they were some fight for veni diva ikko team king pure veni inga badam ka ko gaming kaka ture ka ko bedi kaka pa e hur veni fahumi he ka kure veni divu wani mi mage mahal mage raja mi mage matal
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamer's Land.
What's up, guys? We are back to Ooredoo Nation's Esports Contender Series Season 1. This is going to be day 3 and the last day for this grand finals. And we are your casters. My name is Annie and Mike is with me. Mike, what's up?
Thank you so much for that, Annie. And yes, we are now back to the final day, the judgment day of all of these teams. These 16 teams, which, we have been familiar with for the longest time, we're finally gonna be meeting them, and in this moment, season one, we're gonna witness its first champion. Now, of course, we're gonna be in the same map rotation, and yeah, I mean, it will be starting with Erangel, and of course, of the last 6 games, it will be very very crucial onto how these players are once again just going to be able to win it back, until the end. Especially season one, this is going to be very crucial, because it could really start. If this team could win it for season one, then it's gonna be very very strong. That will be setting up for season two.
Yeah, true. Definitely true there. I mean, making a name for yourself, especially in season one, is quite um it's quite the feat. But yeah, I think we're gonna be starting our sixth to the last chance for these teams to place themselves in the grand finals. And I mean, this is Erangel once again, a pretty standard map, and this flight path is gonna go from the southwestern part all the way up to Kameshki in the northeastern part. So actually, this map has been pretty much halved quite equally, and so perhaps maybe just the very, very far northwestern part, like Zarki and yeah, Milta Power Plant. I'm not sure if it'll be accessible to a lot of these teams, but yeah, a lot of good spots such as the military base, Pochinki School. Yeah, they're quite accessible, as well as shooting range and Stalber are quite accessible. So, Georgia Pool, however, I'm not so sure. But yeah, this is pretty much like we're working with. And we're already seeing some teams trying to shoot down the parachutes. And I think I can see two teams landing in the same area.
Definitely, and with that, I think it will still take time for them to actually eliminate another team. But yeah, it's currently watching the map. It does look like the teams have situated themselves really just inside the circle, so we could possibly see a little bit of a longer stage number one, or maybe they're gonna be very aggressive and go in for to eliminate other teams as early as possible. And it is we're gonna be heading, of course, to the last 6 matches, so it is really crucial. But there we go on a grenade elimination, just maybe waiting to revive his teammate, or if he gets spotted, that's just very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I saw a while ago. I think Winto managed to get a knife kill on their side, which is pretty good and quite expected, especially 2 minutes into the game. I mean, everyone's still on the looting phase, and it just depends on which guns you manage to pick up before you run into someone. And it looks like something else. So yeah, the act died to someone else. Wonders there's one outside of his door frame. Unfortunately, those side stabs aren't gonna work. But wow, take a look at the health of Minto. Always almost to the brink of death, but in the end, I mean, they came up victorious, and now Minto has 2 eliminations on their side, and it's a good start, especially for this day number 3.
Yeah, just healing the allies up really at this point. But yeah, definitely in an early in an early PUBG fashion, we could already see some enemies already being very aggressive and going in for the push, and just getting those kills, just getting those confirmation. Once we do see someone some kills on the kill feed. But yeah, so far nothing will be game changing for now, especially that currently all of the teams are still up and running. Extreme, however, will be suffering with 2 casualties, as well as with DCM, who will be joining us now with only 2 players.
Yeah, so these two teams are gonna be going about in this first game with numbers disadvantage already. But taking a look at this area, I think SKYFORCE is gonna be place up. Oh my gosh, Aizen was just there the entire time, and one shot to the head, and it's already confirmation. But I think Toma has this information, knows that La Familia, actually, yeah, La Familia is just there at the distance, but can't go ahead and give those shots yet because I don't think he has a clear cut angle just yet. So Toma they already have one. Rather, it's a niche that has a one elimination on their side, and they have information as to where the rest of the squad is. So it's all about just waiting for the right move to strike, get those bullets to connect, and then they'll definitely have their eliminations to themselves. I mean, 4 potential eliminations. But then again, it can also go the other way around. If La Familia spots SKYFORCE, then we'll have to see who's victorious.
And yeah, for now, still, we're gonna be welcoming 5 minutes in just a few seconds with no team elimination just yet. And though most of these players are still pretty much healthy, so and especially that considering that the all of these teams are inside the circle, so I mean definitely that point we could possibly see a very slow start. And yeah, definitely we are actually started with a few of those eliminations, no confirmations, only a few. But come on, it's still very early, and considering that all of these players are inside the circle of stage number one, then we could be waiting it out for a little bit of a longer game.
Yep, we're all waiting it out actually, since it looks like SKYFORCE and La Familia, they're going on a stalemate once again. None of them wanting to make a move on and initiating this engagement. So we're back to waiting. I believe Viper here is trying to cook something up. I guess they're trying to scout, but it's not gonna be fruitful because no one's there. Unless actually I'm seeing some damage being taken. And so I didn't know actually La Familia is actually quite far. There's a row of houses in between where the two of them are situated. And so it looks like LF, they're down to 2 players, and Sky, of course, in 3 players. I believe probably the rest of their squad is out there scouting the area. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a waiting game, and whoever makes the first wrong move, they're gonna get picked off and punished, depending on how the other squad will. But yeah, I can see Anish actually is out there, out in the open, and I gotta say that's a pretty good spot to be in, especially since they have like pretty much an eagle eye view on where La Familia Esports would be from that angle. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty long engagement if ever we're gonna have to wait for them to move.
And yeah, still looking at it for now. Oh, GAMEOVER Esports finds one, could be going for the kill, but they have managed to escape, so they're gonna be. Oh, actually, he's chasing them down. That's okay. Oh, okay, just looking to reposition somewhere, and if you're not being careful, he could be spotted by all of these members. But it doesn't look like he finds another one just yet after those rescue attempts. But he would have to pay the price with his life as he goes down alone, unless GAMEOVER Esports makes it in time and helps. Oh, actually they do, and now they're trying to fight back. They're trying to pull out their friend from the battlefield, and they're looking for possible openings as well to hit them down. The grenade goes up, hoping to find one, and just waiting for it to explode, and he does! Smash! Wait, actually I forgot the name. Lasky, I guess. Finds one, and we're just needing some backup right here with the rest of his teammates. Leon's Esports, however, also trying to fight. Oh, but that was just too late as they just get eliminated. The first team to get eliminated. 7 minutes and 35 seconds into the match.
The fact that GAMEOVER Esports, they went back and got back up in a very timely manner, that just saved Titan from potentially getting picked off by Lons Esports. I mean, Lons was like a 4-man squad, I believe, at the start of this. And then, I mean, Titan was all alone, but all of a sudden, the rest of their squad comes in as backup, rescues Titan, and manages to wipe out Lons Esports. So, this is a good start for them. And now we're down to 15 teams and 55 players. So, yeah, we're still 8 minutes into the game. So, this is gonna be a little bit pretty long. Maybe we still have 20 minutes left, more or less. But yeah, I think this is like a good start for the teams. I mean, this is their last chance to place themselves in the leaderboards. So definitely there's a bit of pressure coming in, but of course everyone's still playing safe, just like what we've observed in the last 2 days.
And now that we have finally seen it here, the circle about to shrink later on, then we could witness another duel. But actually, there are some teams that actually went into the danger zone. So, or maybe they were there in the first place. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, we're gonna be probably looking for another slow-paced game later on. It's still gonna be, it's still quite early. So I think most of the teams right here, especially being that this is the last day, then definitely they would really just try their best to play this one very safely. And if they and consider one factor that of course is just avoiding these enemies at all cost, and just hoping to get points by the chicken dinner, which it gives you around 10 points. So definitely some teams would be moving it away from the map unless you're the team who's currently at the fifth to eighth place. So you definitely have to be very aggressive and get those kills.
Yeah, and just taking a look at the leaderboards right now. I mean, AKAZAYA Esports, I mean, 143 is a decent amount of points, but depending on how the rest of the squads around the top 2, top 3, top 4 perhaps, how they'll perform in the next 6 maps, they definitely can't kick their feet up just yet. Because we're talking about OPZ, they're about 8 points before they catch up to AKAZAYA. So AKAZAYA, they have to pull their weight and they can't be complacent, even though they're pretty much up there in number one. In the number one spot, but so far AKAZAYA has actually been pretty consistent. I mean, in some maps they fell off, but we can just chalk it up to maybe the element of luck in the battle royale genre. But yeah, AKAZAYA Esports, they've been consistent enough to land that number one spot several times in a row. And OPZ, they're also a pretty decent squad. So we're actually looking at OPZ right now. I think they're gonna go ahead and rotate into the area. They're currently at the edge of the circle. I believe they're just trying to find a good spot to kind of camp out. But I think OPZ, they're getting shot at by another squad. I didn't quite catch their squad banner, their names. But yeah, OPZ Esports, they're definitely gonna take this. I mean, this is like potentially 4 eliminations on their side. And right now, they have a lot of health. And they need those elimination points. They need that first engagement for them to start racking up points for tonight.
And for now, that 15 teams still remain. Definitely. I think in just a few minutes, though, we could possibly see another fight. Because it's already 11 minutes. We're almost nearing 12, so just a little bit more. And yeah, just again, it's just back to old PUBG fashion. Like, okay, just driving cars around. Map's still quite big, but yeah, definitely. Just waiting for these teams once again to just start. Start the movement once again and start getting those skills. But yeah, I mean, still the map is quite big, so we can't really talk about some things here.
Yeah, I mean, you can go ahead and wake me up in 15 minutes because everyone's kind of playing it safe once again, but I don't blame them. I mean, this is day number 3 and there's a lot of pressure going on. I mean, I'm making excuses for them since they're already playing safe in the past 2 days. And so with that, you know what? We already know how they work. But on the other hand, Syndicate versus OPZ. I think something's happening, something's cooking. Syndicate's actually quite far away from OPZ, and I think they're trying to be the third party at this point because I remember OPZ was worrying another squad, and right now they're getting sniped at by Syndicate from a lower compound, on a lower compound, and now OPZ, I think they have an idea now, a general idea. You know, someone's out there, and SDMZ joining the fray. And I think with that, I think Syndicate will be getting sandwiched as well with SDMZ. I don't think that's SDMZ. SDMZ is gray, but that pink squad is also nearby, and they're shooting at Syndicate. This is gonna be pretty fun. Oh yeah, it's LHC rather. Up here in this elevation, in this high ground, and they've spotted Syndicate.
Now, since we're still pretty much alive right here, and I think Anna's pretty much witnessed that fight, so I think we're now okay. Yay! We're back to just again just slower pace right here. And yeah, I mean, it's all just about the timing if the teams will eventually start. But I mean, look at that, the map is already starting to get smaller, but these teams are really just generous with each other's spaces, and they don't mind really if there's a team near them that's taking their place. So again, they're just sharing it until eventually they will spot themselves out.
Yeah, and I think the circle is gonna close in on Pachinki, but the next stage definitely not probably gonna be at the outskirts, but this is gonna be fun since Pachinki is pretty much a a good hotspot for where the drop-offs are gonna be, but definitely it's not gonna matter anymore since it's already mid to late game. But yeah, it's still important to think that there's a decent amount of buildings, and there's probably someone hiding out in the building as well. But over here in the open fields, looks like La Familia Esports managed to rotate into the area. Spots OPZ, takes a lot of damage on their side. Oh my gosh, 1 versus 1. Grenade hits Viper, knocks them down, and that's a finisher on the side of OPZ, but it's not over just yet. La Familia Esports has 2 more players left. Lahil is down to half their health, but on the other hand, OPZ, quite catching name of OPZ, they are quite low on health as well. But 1 versus 1, actually, looking the wrong way, and Nahil manages to get some bullets in, gets them knocked down. Zenzu gets knocked down as well. 1 versus 1. Actually, 2 versus 1 did not stand a chance. Senzu falls, and that's the Familia Esports saying goodbye.
And yep, we have finally seen it with another team that is falling down, and we could be setting it up for another fight. Actually, yeah, Hisam finding a grenade elimination. We have finally witnessed right here in this in the live, but yeah, also Hisam on the other hand being shut down. So definitely he needs some help. He needs some help while he gets another grenade elimination. Just waiting to confirm that one once again. But yeah, currently CYANIDE Esports on the other hand throwing their own grenade as well, hoping to find one down. And they're currently at the edge of the island, so they could be trapped right here if they're not being very careful. Yeah, he does find one. The shot's connected and he gets him down, just waiting to confirm that one. And I think he's just gonna slowly advance himself from this point forward. The grenade goes up, looking for another, and hoping to find that down. But I do think they're slowly pushing it out right here, so they could have that to their name. And they do find eventually Shisui looking for another, and they could be looking for another team elimination right here.
Yeah, actually, OPZ, it's over for them with that last grenade hit. But on the other hand, CYANIDE, it looks like they're getting shot at as well. So where's that from? And that's the question right now, because there's a squad. The other side, that's actually LF SKYFORCE. I mean, I really thought it would be SKYFORCE versus La Familia, but in the end, it's actually OPZ coming in. And both of these teams, they rotated into the area, and now we're gonna be seeing SKYFORCE. I think they're gonna be they're in one spot, and this is not a good spot because coming and all 4 teams at one spot is never a good idea. But yeah, we can see NRS coming in, Toma with their grenades out. I think this is just a 1 versus 4, so I think we all know how this is gonna end. Toma's gonna finish him up, and NRS, I don't know where the rest of their squad is, but yeah, SKYFORCE gets 1 more ammunition in the bag, and they NRS spot another squad from a distance. That's probably still SKYFORCE, but I don't know what's happening with NRS. They're splitting up, and I'm not sure what Criminal is trying to do here because they're all alone, and there's a whole squad nearby. And now they're a 1/4 of their health left, and so coming in, possible 1 versus 1, but LHC backs down. There was a grenade. Criminals was very, very low on health, and I think this is a bad idea, but coming into the attic, 1 versus 1, shots coming in, not connecting, and of course, Criminal falls. Not sure what they were trying to cook there, but there's backup coming in. The rest of NRS is coming into this compound, but also SKYFORCE joins the fray as well.
And the grenade, hoping to get another one down. And actually, I think we could be prolonging this fight a little bit more. They're just exchanging their grenades, unless Madboy 91 could get stormed with the enemies. Then definitely he could make it out alive. But you know, it bought him some time to heal up, and yeah, I think it's just gonna be 1v2 actually. Oh, Yep, definitely 1v2. Mad Boy is still trying to fight them as well, but he does find one eventually, just waiting with the other enemies that would be storming the house. And again, just slowly but surely, there's just trying to pin him down, and he falls down eventually, waiting for I think the last member. Yeah, which is actually outside. So it's just gonna be a very challenging mission right here for a 49 to eventually try to fight them out, and unless he revives his teammate. But you're fighting 2v4 right here, so it's very very disadvantageous unless you could look for a perfect angle which could isolate those fights. But also looking at other teams that are also fighting it out, we do see another grenade elimination and a gun kill as well from the kill feed. But yeah, currently that would actually mark 13 teams remaining, as now I think the third team has been eliminated, which is DND Extreme.
Yeah, Extreme was walking around with only 2 players, so they already have the numbers disadvantage. But I think OPZ also gets finished off at this point. AKAZAYA, still 1 elimination. I'm sure they're out there trying to. I mean, they're pretty hungry for eliminations, and that's to be expected since this is the last day, and as much as possible, they want to avoid getting overtaken. But yeah, as we were speaking, GameOVER Esports gets wiped out as well. Yeah, SKYFORCE, they're getting shot at, and also they are out in the open while there are a bunch of compounds down below, and they're also outside of the next circle. Oh my gosh, Riva falls down. TM7 still one elimination on their side, and unfortunately Riva is already getting knocked down, and SKYFORCE is also out in the open. That goes the same with TM7. This is gonna be a squad versus squad, potentially 3 versus 4. Shots coming in. Eddie, they're connecting some shots, but it's not gonna be enough. And I think TM7, their next plan is gonna be reposition themselves and try to get a better angle and get this one in the bag.
And yep, back to the fight once again. Club Leon Scalpo. They're just gonna be trying to fight. Oop! As he gets out of that car, he gets shot at. A grenade could kill him right here unless he makes it out alive. But the grenades are just falling one by one, and a stray grenade could really end him right there. But I guess he just keeps it out alive. Actually, from Leon's, one member will go down, and Binto following up as well. They're just falling down. We could actually see another team being eliminated right here, unless they could make it out alive in a very surprising way. But yep, the grenades really are just falling down one by one, and we could possibly see another team eliminated right here. DCM, however, also losing one. AKAZAYA would be storming this place right here, just throwing on one more grenade, hoping to get one down once again. And it's these moments really where you really need grenades and molotovs, because it could really save you some time while you are in a safe distance.
Club Leons at this point. I mean, the blue zone is pressuring them from the back, and of course AKAZAYA pressuring them from the front, and with that Leons gets wiped out, and AKAZAYA bags I believe like a couple of eliminations right there. Actually they already up 6 eliminations, and right now the rest of the teams, they're gonna have to worry about getting into that small circle, and you can see that there's still 10 teams. So very very quickly we're gonna see a lot of bodies hitting the ground, and with that I was just mentioning 10 teams are down. We're down to 8. TM7 is also quite a pinch. They had 2 players already on the red, and we're down to 19 players on the ground. So AKAZAYA Esports, I was just talking about how they were late to the party. They only had 1 elimination on their side, but all of a sudden they're up to 7 eliminations. And on the other hand, Sky, they're doing well as well. They had 8 eliminations, but they're down to 2 players left. CYANIDE, however, Blanky needs that revive. I think they can get that in the bag, and now they can go back to joining the fray and getting those eliminations towards the end of this first Erangel map.
And yep, DND once again also falling down, which leaves them with the last 6 teams. NRS, however, 1 member is also going down, and I think that really marks the elimination. And now once again, 6 teams still in almost the 24th minute mark. So the rest of the teams are already just contesting this area right here. The grenades just being thrown at from any direction. LHC 49 as well, also falling down, and we would be needing some backup. And actually, no, that would mark the team elimination, leaving with 4 teams remaining. SDMZ, however, also suffering some casualties from their team. Manu 17 would have to move back, and SDMZ would be eliminated. Now here we have SKYFORCE, AKAZAYA, CYANIDE, and Syndicate actually making that into 3, as now SKYFORCE would be eliminated. And you know, we're down to the last few minutes, and we could be seeing the conclusion of game number 13. Especially, this is just gonna be the last the D-Day for this tournament. We're actually seeing a lot of these actions already commencing, and AKAZAYA Esports could look at a brighter side right here to win game number 1 for today.
In AKAZAYA Esports, they only have to worry about 5 more maps to really secure their place as top number 1. And right now, they have a really good start with 9 eliminations and already bagging at least some elimination points. I mean, they're already up at the top 3 for this first map, and they're doing really well. It's gonna be a good day for them. They spot CYANIDE. She's in trouble with Manu spraying them out in the open, and I don't think they can fight back at this point. But for the rest of the CYANIDE squad, I mean, I think they're definitely gonna get a one. One of elimination. Unfortunately, Manu is just not giving Shisui the room to breathe, knocks them down. Possibly gonna be a finisher. And another person from CYANIDE is also getting shot at by AKAZAYA. I mean, I love their positioning right now, but I really want to see what Syndicate can do. But then again, for Syndicate, yep, they were only down to 2 players left. I think this is gonna be an elimination once the other person from Syndicate gets spotted. But right now, AKAZAYA, oh my gosh, Danny gets knocked down by a grenade. That goes with another one. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden, it's only Mahu that's left. Syndicate gets eliminated. CYANIDE turns the tides around and wins the first winner chicken dinner. The first Erangel map for day number 3.
Yes, and there we have it. Our first winner chicken dinner going to CYANIDE Esports. Congratulations. This is game number 13, and yeah, the first game to mark the conclusion of this tournament, which we have it here. CYANIDE once again bagging it up with a winner chicken dinner, and we could see their stats in a few moments. But yeah, once again, congratulations to them. And you know, it was very impressive and unexpected as well that they were able to turn this one around. I mean, minutes ago, we were actually kind of expecting, okay, AKAZAYA could win this, especially that they, in terms of numbers, they were really just winning it. But now that they have finally managed to turn this one around, a very impressive one. But yeah, Winter with 277 damage, Shisui and Blanky with impressive 4 eliminations to each of their own, while Haizam also getting 1 elimination, which really just gets them that winner chicken dinner. And again, just turn this one around, and they're really just aiming for these chicken dinner points to eventually score it up to the leaderboards and maybe reach it back to the top 1, or you know, at least still being inside the top 4.
Yeah, I think what happened back there is that AKAZAYA's attention was halved. They had to worry about Syndicate, and they also had to worry about CYANIDE. And in the end, CYANIDE took advantage of that, picked off AKAZAYA one by one. And I mean, AKAZAYA took care of Syndicate, but in the end, CYANIDE had the last laugh, and then they just threw some grenades. One after the other, AKAZAYA lost and got knocked down. And in the end, CYANIDE clinches that winner chicken dinner. And yeah, we're seeing the head-to-head. CYANIDE and AKAZAYA, the damage definitely leading to the side of AKAZAYA with a 2.3k. On the other hand, 1.7 on the side of CYANIDE. Knocks equal, eliminations 2 more on AKAZAYA, and yeah, those were the statistics. And Anish from the SkyForce, from LF SkyForce, is actually our MVP. They have 6 eliminations, 550 damage, 1 assist, and a survival of 24 minutes and 2 seconds. Yeah, definitely. And 4 knocks. And yeah, these are our top players. We saw Anish a while ago, but Manu from AKAZAYA clinches the 2nd place with way more damage. I mean, that's 978, but unfortunately with only 3 eliminations. Coming up 3rd is CYANIDE's Shisui, 4 eliminations, 646 damage. Fourth is AKAZAYA. Once again, Mahu. 4 eliminations and 504 damage. Number 5 is SDMZ's Naim. 4 eliminations and 507 damage.
Yep, and of course, with these top players, match 13, we also have our rankings from this match only. This is not the overall rankings just yet, but yeah, CYANIDE taking first place with a total of 19 points, to be followed by AKAZAYA with 17 points, 13 points going to SKYFORCE, Syndicate with 9, and SDMZ Esports with 8.
Yeah. And so decent amount of points coming in, especially for the top 3 teams. And this is gonna help them a lot on the leaderboards, and that's what we're gonna be seeing right now. This is the overall standings after match number 13. Of course, AKAZAYA stays on top, but right now we can see a decent amount of gap between AKAZAYA and OPZ. They've definitely stretched it out to 23 points of gap, but OPZ is also doing quite well. It's just a little bit of a shame that they got picked off quite early on. SDMZ is doing well as well. They have 121 points, Sky with 114. They also had a good run in this game. And TM7 coming in as 5 with 90 points. And actually, there's a huge gap between the top 5 and top 6. That's a CYANIDE with 71. I mean, CYANIDE managed to rack up a lot of points from this first map. And I think if they just keep at it quite consistently throughout the last 5 maps, I think they can catch up to maybe possibly even the... No, I don't think they can catch up to AKAZAYA because that's actually quite far. But maybe they can clinch maybe the 4th place or 3rd place if ever they have a really good games later on.
Yeah, and we have our overall top players currently being updated, which is Manu 17 leading the first, to be followed by Botbro from OPZ, Maho 69 from the same team, AKAZAYA Esports, GameOver Esports Titan also taking a 4th place, and Anish with taking 5th place from SKYFORCE. Now here we have our damages as well, which with Manu 17, 6,889 nearing its 7K mark really sets the standard right here. Botbro with 5K, and the rest goes on and on.
Yep. And you can take a look at Manu with their 6.6k damage. That's absolutely crazy. And yeah, these are today's matches of the grand finals. D-Day, the Judgment Day. And this is the 6th to the last chance for these teams to put a name of themselves in the leaderboards. And CYANIDE gets the first chicken dinner with a total of 19 points and 9 eliminations in the bag. And so with that concludes our match number 13 in Erangel. We'll be moving on to another Erangel map later on, and so on. We can see what the schedule is will be later, but yeah, that was match number 13. We'll be moving on to match number 14 in a while, but before that happens, we will be going on to a break. So for those of you tuning into the live, thank you so much, but we'll be seeing you in a few minutes.
Januta eki häädää, ketä eki heti jäädytä, teki hamalaadi furudilla fäätua. Käägää tänä torun bää kura.
Fumada bakudaga dura mujiyaru kamguludu wala fura Kakabara tuta veni hakudama taka faski jeheni Rival sa fight pura veni Diva ikko team king kule veni Ngabadan kaku he gaming Kakature kaku he bedi Kakapa e hura veni Fahumi heka kekure veni Divu vani mi mage mahal Mage raja mi mage batal
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Lab.
Jaanu ta eki hara kita eki hatiyaru ta eki hamaladi furudi la fadua Gaga dana tarum baba kura Fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamguludu wala fura Kakabara tuta veni hakudama taka faski jeheni Rival sa fight pura veni Diva ikko team king kule veni Ngabadan kaku he gaming Kakature kaku he bedi Kakapa e hura veni Fahumi heka kekure veni Divu vani mi mage mahal Mage raja mi mage batal
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Lab.
जाणूगा एक है जानू तो एक है raakita एक hatiyaru tere ki hamala di furni la fadua gaga dana toru babakura fuma da bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamgo dudu la fura kakabara tu teveni hakura mata kafaski cheheni
What is up, everyone? We are now back into it. The last day for Esport Contender Series, the first season. Now we are your shoutcasters once again. I'm Moik, and with me is Annie, and we are here surprised with our third caster, Sams.
Yeah, hello guys. Welcome back to Ooredoo Nation Gamersland MV Esports Contender Series 1. And yeah, from now on, we're going to the OG map, and that's Erangel. And this is said the flight path goes from Zarki to Milta Power. And I guess this is said the game that everybody loves. And yeah, we could see the usual compounding is happening at the George Pool area. And I guess there will be many fights on the early stage, Annie.
Yeah, and I love how everyone is going south of the flight path because that just means that there's gonna be a lot of early game engagements and we're gonna be seeing a lot of early pickoffs. But yeah, that circle is making fun of everyone because there's 30% water and that flight path is very biased towards the northeastern side, and so it's giving these it's giving these squads quite a small room to kind of work around with. So this is gonna be really fun. I saw something popping up in the kill feed, but I think I didn't quite catch it. I'm not sure if someone got picked off, but yeah, everyone's still dropping in. I think Pochinki is a bit congested. That goes the same with Giorgio Pool and Hospital as well. And I think northeastern side, yeah, there's a lot of congestion as well. So this is gonna be really fun. We can already see a lot of things happening in the kill feed. One after the other, shots coming in from I'm gonna presume all different parts of Erangel. So that first circle is still a little bit barren, but later on, everyone's gonna go ahead and rotate into the area. And yeah, we're back. 60 players left standing, so that's perhaps unless someone didn't go in to the lobby. I think there were a few pickoffs that already happened, but Club Leons rather, they already have a 2 knockdown on their side. It's Extreme still out here, but Balloons already lost their lives. Lots of things happening. Syndicate versus LHC, Sky versus LF. This is pretty fun, guys. I think it's Extreme. I mean, they have to worry about Club Leons on the second floor, and Black is all alone. So this isn't gonna be a good idea if he wants to storm in, but he's gonna do it anyway. Grenades coming in, smokes. 1 versus 1. The staircase. Black comes up with a 1 knock, but it's not gonna be a finisher yet because they lost a lot of health in the process.
And that, it is very interesting to see that currently we are experiencing in just a few minutes a lot of these fights already happening. But yeah, the Extreme also trying to fight back, but I guess they got hit at the wrong time as they eventually look back, and now it's just gonna be up to Toy Neil to actually win this one for his boys right here. But for Leon Scalpo, on the other hand, he would be finding a knife kill and would be confirming that one just, yeah. But Greatness, on the other hand, would be falling as well from the side of Syndicate. But yeah, they're looking at the others as well. LHC trying to fight it against, but he falls down, and the first team to get eliminated, that's gonna be LHC by the hands of Syndicate.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice thing that we could see LH eliminated here because yeah, I think they're really proving that they can do their best. But yeah, this is the first match. No, I mean that's the second match of the day, and I guess we're still having many more matches again. But yeah, FMS then Extreme again and again, dropping in Lipovka and having a clash with Leons indeed. But for now on, I guess they're gonna hold it first. Noticing that also XTR, they're not really good on the placement. They're on the 15th position of the rank, and I don't think it's really nice for Tonio right here to just give a fight. I think if he wants, he could give it, but it's a really big risk. And yeah, for now on, I guess Leons, I think they're gonna hold it first. Noticing also they have 4 players alive, and yeah, I guess that's still a nice point that they could a nice advantage one. But yeah, I think they need to work on their loot because they're just having shotguns, submachine guns. Yeah, but from now on, I guess teams need to develop their gameplay. Teams need to rotate because seeing from yesterday's mistakes or the past mistakes of 2 days, teams are on a really late rotation meta, and I don't think it's really nice for them. And if they just wanna change their tempo a bit, then change the style they play, I think it will be a really nice touch for Team Club Leons to just get more elimination, be more proper, and yeah, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, and Leons, they're doing quite well at the start. I mean, They, meaning Minto, has three eliminations already for themselves, and I think Extreme for the side of Tonio, they're all alone, so it's a little bit risky for them to go ahead and storm in on Club Leon's. So what the best thing that Tonio can do at this point is stay as low as possible and stay alive. But I'm looking at where the teams are situated, and I believe they're in the eastern part of the map, so they're gonna have to get a move on because the first circle is gonna be at the western part. If you can see, actually, the circle is the mini map's actually prompting them. They're about 2 kilometers away from where the circle is, so they'll have to keep it moving if they don't want to get Kate kept and worry about that blue zone. But still quite early on in the game, so it'll be a while before that blue zone will really start to hit them significantly. But we're taking a look at TM7 also. I mean, they're at the edge of a circle, and I think something's coming up with Syndicate, and I believe that was D&D a while ago. Syndicate's doing well. They have 3 eliminations already. I think they spotted another squad, but we're not seeing them in the mini map yet. So with that, I think they're just gonna go ahead and secure this area for themselves and wait out for another squad to come by.
Yeah, and with this 6 minutes into the game, still one team has been eliminated, and I think at this point they have finally decided on where the teams will be situating themselves. That's why we cannot see any more engagements, and they're just really going for the looting phase, and they could be spying for some enemies, but there will be no game changing moments for now. So yeah, I guess yeah, we're back to the old PUBG fashion way.
Yeah, I think we're gonna back to fighting another fighting another enemy, and that's fighting our boredom. But yeah, for now on, we can see OPZ and Game Over. OPZ getting the second rank on overall rankings. I think they are really having a blast for now on. But we couldn't see how much momentums are they're trying to fill in. But Kali going for a flank from the backside. And yeah, I guess he is gonna get some vision, but I think he don't want to give some calls early because we can see Team OPZ there with two man standings for now, and I guess teams are just really waiting for the right moment. But yeah, I guess this is a really usual situation that we know, and if it's the Saturdays and it's the finals, I guess yeah, teams are just really scared to fight one another. But yeah, if you meet one aggressive team either, it will be a game changer like Syndicate. And Game Over and OPZ as a three-way showdown for now on, and Flanky getting the higher grounds. I think this will be an advantage for OPC Sports, but Flanky getting some shots. But yeah, I think he's gonna go back. He's gonna reset, and I don't think OPZ wants to contribute too much to this fight. Leaving Sin, I think it's in a two-way showdown indeed.
Yep, this is Game Over Esports, Syndicate, and OPZ. They're within the blue zone. It's gonna be a little bit risky to step outside, so I think three of these teams, they're waiting it out and waiting for whoever steps out first, and they'll try to get those eliminations. But yeah, it looks like Tonio has been spotted by Club Leons. Tries to get some shots in, already 50% health, and that blue zone is definitely pressuring Club Leons as well as Sonio, the last person standing in Extreme. Yes, outside, 1 versus 1 potentially. Jumps in. Sonio actually knocks him down, but in the end, yep, could not stand against the numbers advantage that Club Leons has, and Extreme goes down as the second team to be eliminated in this map.
Yeah, and now that the second team has been eliminated, we are probably heading on to another slow-paced game. Unless I saw a team that only has one current survivor, while the rest was down. So if he gets eliminated, then we could also see the third team that would get eliminated. That actually Leon's on the other hand, he has managed to revive his teammates, so that's definitely okay for them. But you know, looking at this though, they're currently in the danger zone, and I think they're just gonna be waiting this one out while the enemies are moving away from them, which could buy them some time unless they get spotted. So that's just very unfortunate. But they have a longer way to go, especially that the circle is really just opposite in their place. So that's again very unfortunate. We could be seeing their end in just a few moments, but we'll have to wait and see while the others are also busy into getting inside the circle. But wait, look at the map though. I think the SKYFORCE are really going at it to raid them and maybe stop them. That's interesting.
Yep, it's interesting indeed, but I guess I think I don't know where they got that information, but I guess that's a really brave play for Team Sky. But if a clash with Sky happens indeed, I think Minto and Aksam is just having a burden to actually push and do a gameplay. But for now on, Toma and Coffee, I think they're gonna duo for now on, and for now, I guess they're trying to check the buildings, they're trying to clear some areas. But yeah, previously, if we're seeing the zone is shifting to the left butt of the corner. But yeah, for now on, you can see a fight coming on, and George Bull Kali getting one knock for Team OPC against Bot Bro, and yeah, Bot Bro is eliminated. And yeah, Flanky is knocked down in their game over, giving a play. And I think the OPZ team will not be living for long. They have four man standings now, they created by two. And yeah, let's just see what can they do. Sahube, the last man standing available in the George Bull area for Team OPC, just waiting in the room doing a TPP action. But yeah, VSDM7 also at the other side of the map playing with Team DND, giving some initiations back and forth. But I guess for now on, there's not many initiations coming by. But I think for now on, Sahube just waiting in. Titan giving some nades, popping up some nades, but I think that's cancelled. But yeah, Titan really watching the place that Sahube is in, but the nade has connected near him. But yeah, that nade would connect, and that's the last man standing. Sama the other side of the map, and also he's fighting with Team SDMZ with a shotgun, taking some shots. That shot would shotgun action that is gonna fail because Sodam's Esport is gonna conquer the game, and for now on, Naeem is getting the kill for Team Sodam Esport. Nice opening kill, I guess, but I think Team SDMZ they could do more. Maybe they could just increase their jump, increase their tempo, and get a change for replacement for now on.
Yeah, I mean, back then, OPZ couldn't really do anything at that point. They were surrounded by 4 players from SDMZ, but it was a good start for SDMZ. They managed to get a 1 elimination, and OPZ, they've been wiped out, and we're down to 13 teams, but definitely not over just yet because DND's slowly but surely getting eliminated by TM7, but it's not over yet. I mean, TM7, they're doing quite well. They still have all of their health. I'm gonna assume they have a lot of resources as well. And so with that, TM7 they'll have to cook up a plan to try to get DND towards their elimination points. But it looks like they won't be doing that just yet. I think Eddie was attempting to scout the area. I mean, they have the crosshairs out there, so definitely looking for any information that they can have. But Carson, Eddie's gonna rotate into the area and then get their locations in, position themselves. D&D out there, in the other part of this compound, and I think TM7 they're about to go ahead and give this a go, give this initiation a go. But yeah, it's gonna be a while. And of course, while I was speaking, Game Over Esports says game over, says goodbye, and yeah, I'm not sure how that happened, but basically SDMZ already has 4 eliminations to themselves, but they're still in the blue zone. A while ago, they didn't have to worry about the blue zone all that much, but this circle is gonna, I mean, rather this blue zone is gonna go to the stage 3 circle, so those ticks are gonna start to be quite significant. So considering the fact that they're still 2,000 meters away from the safe zone, they're gonna have to keep moving because they're gonna be losing a lot of resources trying to stay alive.
And yeah, still 12 teams remain in the span of 14 minutes. So we're still going to be seeing more of that action later on. However, we're trying to look at other teams as well, which could face on a different team. And I think LF is near against SDMZ DND. And actually, he makes it on alive. He just hid behind a wooden plank, you know, but definitely that now that they have identified their locations, then they could possibly be able to plan out the attack. But aside from that, Rifa, however, would be gunning them down from the side of E7. Grenade to be popped as well, hoping to find one. Eddie, on the other hand, just near that door, hoping to find one. But Admiral uses some shots and will not be getting a kill. Eddie, on the other hand, would be falling and would be needing some backup. Rifa also trying to hit them in an unexpected angle, and yeah, a few shotgun shots as well to hit him down, but the Molotov will miss it. Actually, he makes it out alive, and he gets one down, and that could add a very interesting elimination for the side of Lons. and they have managed to turn that one into their side.
Yeah, but that's it. Fights are coming in. Now on AKAZAYA. He's getting shot by Viper from FAMILIA Esports. But yeah, for now on, I get the Leons. They're gonna do a smoke setup right here. They're just gonna hold their position. They giving smokes right there. Noticing maybe two. But yeah, for now, some shots from Tom and that shot connected from Solly. Getting one more elimination for the team of SKYFORCE again and again, compounding their elimination. But I guess this is just the grace of the points of coming here in their OPC. Definitely, they can go for more for the next games. But yeah, SDMZ, Sky, and TM7, they really had the chance to just go for now on. But Chippe, Team Allen, and the rest holding the back of the street. The shots now with the UMP calling out the shots, but it hasn't connected. And Chippe going down, and I think Chippe is gonna go instead. But nope, he's going to do 1v1. The top shot wouldn't cut it out, but Chippe is going to be knocked down and toxic. The last man standing of Team Ellen and the rest, they're not gonna hold it up really long. And Ellen and the rest definitely are gonna to play it slow. But yeah, for now on, I guess Bucket A and Toma and of course Soli, they're just gonna be aggressive from now on. They're just gonna go for more and more. But yeah, as the MCDND on free peer, they're just gonna hold it up again and again. But yeah, I guess teams are just playing their tempo, and yeah, the fights cuts it actually the tempo clashing out here and there. But yeah, I guess teams are just really confused of how they should play at the last day. Noticing this is also the decider day again and again. I think teams are just really editing and tweaking their performances.
Tweaking, definitely. And I'm really happy for the flight paths a while ago because we're still 16 now, 17 minutes in, and everyone's kind of just forced to stay in the ferry pier because I mean there's not a lot of choices, and especially that circle is closing in on maybe 50% water. So this is gonna be really fun, and despite that, still these teams, I mean, you can see how close they are in proximity, and still they're not initiating these fights. But here we have, I'm really excited for this. Towards the ferry pier, a lot of the teams are to the western part of this the next circle, and they have to move up to the eastern part. And they're definitely gonna get gates from several other squads. So right now, we can see a bunch of violence already because they have to keep on moving. The blue zone is already stage 4, and they can't afford to lose a lot of health from that. And so with that, as the MZ gets a vehicle elimination against Decimation. But I think Decimation, they haven't gotten completely wiped out yet. I don't see the pop-up. I don't see the elimination notification. But yeah, I think yeah, we can see that Shamatu's still alive, but they came in with only 3 players. So that just makes it a little bit hard. That's perhaps probably why they didn't really get any eliminations yet. And that's quite unfortunate because it's only Shamatu that's left. So they're gonna have a hard time, number 1, surviving, and number 2, getting those points for their team all alone. But yeah, we're looking at Familia Esports. Senju has been disconnected. I believe they got eliminated off quite early on, and Aizen already has 3 eliminations. Potentially, they're gonna be a 4th, but they'll have to go out of this house if they want to get those points. And DNG, they're in trouble because La Familia, that's Viper actually getting that shot in. Grenades coming in as well. Is it gonna hit? Hayabusa does not get hit, manages to get away from that, and the question is, how long will they stay alive? Especially since we can see that mini-map, there's several teams congregating in the same area, and it's gonna be a mess in a while.
And yeah, currently still down to the last 11 teams, heading on to 20 minutes. So we're already expecting a lot of these fights to commence. One member, however, will fall down and we'll be needing some backup. AKAZAYA Esports, on the other hand, have secured their place. And they're gonna hold this one out here and just wait for enemies that would cross, and they could probably claim those points. But also, looking at the kill feed of VETM7, they have found a kill, and we've just been needing that to confirm. And yeah, currently they're alive with 3 members as well. Rifa, on the other hand, also injured, so would be needing some time to heal himself up before maybe they would go for a committed fight right here. But yeah, I think we're still gonna be laying low on this one with a few of those skills time to time.
Yeah, but this is it. Orpheus for now. But yeah, I guess Mike, they're a team very pure. I guess from the past few moments we could see they're really holding it up, and yeah, they are really patient. Not like us when we're casting last night, but yeah, this is a thing that we could learn from them maybe. But yeah, from the VTM7 setup, we could see that they're just really holding it up, not giving any initiations if that's not needed. But yeah, going to SDMZ Esports or Sodam Esports, they maybe have a clash or just have a met up earlier with another team. But yeah, for now on, they're not gonna do anything cray cray. You're just gonna hold it up, and maybe Agent giving some clears, giving some mollies up front. But yeah, truly, there's nothing to be fought for Team SDMZ or Saddam Z. But yeah, but if we're going back, and I'm actually really curious of what's there on stake here. I think SDM7 is going for a push, and that's it. Rifa going for the push. The greatness from Tim Sin is waiting it out, but yeah, Rifa from the window giving that jump shot, and that jump shot from Orpheus indeed. The greatness has been eliminated, and this is at Syndicate 1-1. Their walls of strength, their walls of defense are going down. And I think Rolex from the other side, he's just really waiting it up. Rolex giving the nades, Rolex spamming them, but yeah, I guess the nade wouldn't cut it off because Teams has just pushed in. This is it, the rest okay gameplay is not gonna cut it off, and that's it. Syndicate back to the lobby. Minto, he's going
Whoa.
down, and that's a bad move from Minto because Rifa now on giving some really aggressive construction, but yeah, I guess the Team V now on they wanna do more, they wanna give the best, more than the best ever that they have given from the past 2 days. But yeah, that's proven. They have 7 eliminations, but Leon's at the other side seen by Ellen and NRS. Toxic is just waiting, and he's like a sneaky link.
I love that boulder is actually just the right spot for them to be inside of the circle, but at the same time away from all this violence, especially SDMZ 1 versus 1. That was a 2 versus 1, and Zayu manages to get those 2 eliminations back. And look at SDMZ, they're doing so well with 10 eliminations, and they're already up to the top 9. Yep, that agent manages to kick off Hayabusa from their car, and with that, that's a finisher as well. Doing quite well. As DMZ already up to 12 eliminations. I think they're gonna be going in and finding their 13th, but on the other hand, TM7, they're having a good start as well. 7 eliminations, and they're gonna go in and try to get into fray, get those kills in the bag, but yeah, I think they're gonna have a little bit of trouble because the positioning and the so we're gonna expect a lot of grenades to come around, perhaps a lot of smokes as well, and definitely a lot of bullets. As the MZ, they still have a 4-man squad, and we're still seeing 20 players on the ground. So definitely gonna be a tight fit here in this stage 6 circle, and it's gonna be 30 seconds before the blue zone is gonna close in. So this is gonna be exciting. It's gonna force everyone to move forward, and I think we're gonna be seeing the conclusion of this game really soon.
Yeah, and still 7 teams remaining, and yeah, I think we could actually see the conclusion later on. But there's the area right here in the circle. It's an elevated area as well, so they have more time to use it to their advantage to hide themselves from it. But yeah, just while at the same time you're also throwing grenades, so it just really matters on where the grenade will hit and if it will claim the lives. Because if it does, then they could really just charge in and go in for the kill. But on the other hand, AKAZAYA Esports Maha also finding one. SKYFORCE Toma will also go down by the hands of the danger zone. And right here, actually they're gonna be going in, charging head first with VTM7 and just taking them down one by one. And SDMZ could get eliminated. They're just looking for the members, but Leon's on the other hand would also be going down.
Ooh.
And I think, yeah, that's it. They're gonna be taking this one and just slowly but surely hoping to find that elimination. And indeed, at the end of the day, SDMZ could be saying their goodbyes.
That's just a really wow entry from Team LF AKAZAYA. But yeah, 14 minutes left, and let's see what's coming in, because let's see Manu getting some nades, and he is going to be eliminated. CND making the man-made red zone indeed. But yeah, CYANIDE Esports with 4 eliminations they have got. But yeah, I think they're still coming short. They're still fighting Team VTM7, and I think VTM7 and CYANIDE, they are a nice peer-to-peer or apple-to-apple contenders. But for now on, Anish, he must be eliminated first if you want them to have a fair fight. Haisam From the other side, he's just giving an entry. He's just giving some smokes indeed because they need to go to the zone in 20 seconds, less than 30 seconds, I guess. But yeah, Anish for now is going for reset, showing all of his wasteful things in his bag. And yeah, for now on, I think Anish is gonna wait. But yeah, focusing on the minicam, I guess VETM7 or Team TM7 and CYANIDE, they are giving some of the players codes like, I am here, baby, come shoot me like that. But yeah, from now on, I guess Blanky just giving it in. Blanky just going slowly but surely. Everyone likes it. But yeah, one of the players of VTM7 is knocked down. Eddie is going to the lobby for now on. A hard thing to do a rescue in this zone. But Anish using the moments right now to just go push VETM7. That's a nice thing, but Rifa gets a niche. But at the other side, Chinchu is giving a push, and that's it with 12K. He will be knocked down. A nice defense from Orpheus, but at the other side, they are now going for 3v4. And I guess, I mean, it's 3v3 for now on 3v2. I guess one of the players from Team TM7 is element and knocked out, but yeah, that's a knockout either, making them apple to apple, 2 versus 2. Blanky giving some nades, making Medmin red one right there. You see a lot of balls, I mean, a lot of nades up front, but that's it. Again, they're just really waiting it up. And yeah, I guess momentum has come. This is a really harsh part of the map if you opening the second match with an amazing chicken dinner. Congrats for VTM7 again and again, and I hope it could boost their points on the overall leaderboard up ahead.
I really thought Cyanide could have had that back-to-back winner-winner chicken dinner, but in the end, it's VETM7 that will be clinching that winner-winner chicken dinner for the second map for tonight. And yeah, it was a really good run. I mean, I thought Cyanide had it in the bag because they had 4 players standing, and yeah, then again, TM7 had 3, but still they played their cards right. And in the end, actually, the last person from Cyanide decided that they'd rather die towards the blue zone rather than to give TM7 another one elimination. And look at the statistics coming in. I mean, Orpheus with 7 eliminations, Rifa with 6, Admiral and Eddie each with 1 elimination, but still it's a pretty good contribution to this team. And so VTM7, congratulations once again. And that was a pretty interesting last few minutes, especially with Cyanide versus TM7. I mean, really thought Cyanide had this in the bag, but of course, I guess the circle just wasn't favoring them, and TM7 manages to get the 10 plus placement points that they need. But so, what I'm really curious about is how this will affect the leaderboards later on, because I believe this is gonna be the last 4 maps later on, the last 4 chances for these teams, and so there's a lot of pressure coming in. And yeah, we're seeing the head-to-head between TM7 and SDMZ. I mean, 15 eliminations going on to the side of TM7 and 14 for SDMZ. These two teams, they had a really good run, but taking a look at the damage, there's definitely significantly more on the side of TM7, despite having only 1 more elimination than SDMZ.
And yeah, we have that here once again. TM7 versus MCDMZ, and definitely just shows the damage that TM7 has, and Orpheus being that MVP. Which, you know what, like, I just really love them when they also went in and just rammed it through the other team. I think it was SDMZ. They were really just hungry for blood, and they were just charged right in, and they got the dubs. They got the win, and yeah, it also gave them another huge drive as well to look for the other team, and yeah, they were able to just clean them up. And this is what TM7 has all been about as well, which I think they're now slowly showing their true potential right here. in day number 3. But yeah, here we have our top players for match number 14 with Orpheus again, Rifa to be followed as well, Agent 27 and Zayu from SDMZ, and Minto from Leons.
Yeah, as you can see, that's the top players of the day of the match, I guess, on our match 14. But yeah, from now on, we could see like the threshold is definitely going up and up for now. But yeah, this match rankings, TM7 getting 10 placement points and 15 eliminations, getting for a total of 25 total points. And yeah, followed up by SDMZ with 16, CYANIDE with 10, LF SKYFORCE with 9, Club Leons with 6, AKAZAYA with 5. But yeah, 4 teams got 3 points, and that's La Familia Esports, LENION and Arrest, Syndicate, GameOver Esports, FMS, then the XTREME, OPC Esports got 1, Decimation's got 1. It's the same for SDMC, DND. But yeah, two last teams are SDMC, LHC, and Lonzi Sport D. Don't get any points. But yeah, teams that is on the top 5, they're just gonna grind for tonight. Is noticing that these teams are really fluctuative. And yeah, we could see just 1 or 2 teams dominating, but for now on, I guess they're just holding it up, waiting for the momentum to come and give their best. But yeah, for now on, I think the fact or the reality is not like that. But this is the overall rankings. Agazaya still staying strong with the 20 points gap, I guess, with Team OPZ at 20ish. And yeah, it's DMZ with 137, Sky with 123, TM7 with 115. And yeah, that's the top 5 of the overall standings post match 14. Followed up by CND with 81, Game Over with 72, Lons with 67, Left with 56, NRS with 56, Leon with 53, Sin with 50, LHC with 45, TCM with 40, Extreme with 40, and DND with 30 is a wake up call for Team AKAZAYA, OPZ, SDMZ, and even Sky. They need to make the gap even further for Team AKAZAYA and OPZ, SDMZ, and Sky. They are on a point race right now. Just a difference from #2 to #3, with just 1 point. I think that's really volatile in the overall standings. But yeah, let's see. Our top eliminators for today are at our 14 game.
Yeah, I agree
And
with you right yeah.
yeah,
Sorry. Yeah, I agree with you right there, Sam. I mean, Akazaya, considering the fact that there's still 4 maps left, they definitely have to put a bigger gap between them and the top two. And the top two spot is it's possibly gonna be fought for because as you said, there's only 1 point left. So with that, I think like the teams that have a lot of pressure on is especially the top 3 teams because they're gonna be fighting over who will get the higher rank. And yeah, we're taking a look at the top players as well. Pretty household names, it's Manu, Botbro, Agent, Mahu, and Rifa as well. Decent amount of eliminations as well as damage. And so with that, I think the consistency is in, especially with a lot of these names. We're seeing them time and time again on the kill feed, and they're racking up so much points for their teams. And so, once again, these are our match schedules for tonight. We have seen the second Erangel map. We won't be seeing Erangel until the last match. That would be match number 18. But for now, we will be moving on to match number 15, which is a Miramar map. And then we'll be moving on to the Sanhok, and then we'll sandwich that with another Miramar. And as I said, their last chance will be the Erangel, the basic map, the map that everyone starts off in PUBGM. But yeah, Miramar. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit different. We all know that it's a bit different from Erangels. Miramars, they need a lot of perhaps snipers, and there's a lot of open fields with not a lot of places to hide about. There's no foliage, unlike Erangel and Sanhok, perhaps. So with a lot of buildings, I mean, there's a lot of hiding places to be had. But yeah, before we go ahead and see match number 15, we'll be going on to a short break. So for those of you tuning in, thank you so much. But don't go anywhere. We'll be seeing you in a few minutes.
tadaki hamaladi furudila fadua Gagada na torun babakura Fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamukadudu gala fura Kakabara tutaveni hangura mataka faski chaheni Rival sa fight puraveni Diva ikko team king puraveni Ngabadang kaku he gaming Kakature kaku he bedi Kakapa e huraveni Fahumi heka kikuraveni Divu vani mi mage mahal Mage raja mi mage matal
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Land.
Januta eki hara kita eki hatiyaru tadaki hamaladi furudila fadua Gagada na torun babakura Fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamukadudu gala fura Kakabara tutaveni hangura mataka faski chaheni Rival sa fight puraveni Diva ikko team king puraveni Ngabadang kaku he gaming Kakature kaku he bedi Kakapa e huraveni Fahumi heka kikuraveni Divu vani mi mage mahal Mage raja mi mage matal
And we are back to Ooredoo Nation's Esports Contender Series Season 1. We just saw match number 14, our second Erangel map for tonight. And we're going to be moving on to Miramar, which is the fourth to the last chance for these teams to place themselves up on the leaderboards, rack up those elimination points, rack up those placement points as well. And it's going to be a pretty pressuring battle since we've seen the leaderboards is very, very volatile. And there's a huge chance that some of these teams, those rankings, they're definitely not solidified just yet. But yeah, once again, I'm with Mike and we are seeing the Miramar map.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Annie, and definitely for this Miramar game. Um, we are actually sort of dividing the whole map in half. Diagonally, though, it is favored on the part with less land. But yeah, I mean, it's still quite big, though, and these players could really have the space to move in a farther area. So maybe they could go to La Coberia or a water treatment, which it is just reachable. But to those that who wants to go to the crater fields as well, I mean, it's still doable. But yeah, definitely it is sort of equally divided. There's just some parts where it's gonna be hard to access, like ruins or trailer park. It's just gonna be hard to access in that one. But yeah, currently these players again, this is their third chance, third last chance. Does that make sense? The third last
Yeah.
chance to actually rack up those points and eventually land it to the top four, or maybe yet even better, rank to the top first.
Yeah, and I think the game is a little bit merciful for our second to the last Miramar map because that circle is smack in the middle of where the flight path is, like literally in the middle. And there's a lot of teams, other than SDMZ, there's a lot of teams that are already safe and sound inside. And so, I mean, it's a little bit crowded, of course, especially inside the circle. But yeah, these teams, they have one less thing to worry about. They don't have to worry about the stage one circle and having to rotate. They can just go ahead and secure a really good area, and yeah, secure a really good area, and then like think about looting, think
Mm-hmm.
about going for those early engagements as well. So with that, I mean, this is gonna be really fun. I think a lot of teams have landed in the same vicinity, so we might see early game engagements, but right now we're not really seeing anything popping up in the kill feed. So this is pretty cool, but yeah, I'm really waiting for something to happen.
And yeah, definitely. While we're at it, once again, these players have, I think most of them really are just inside the circle. I think, Game Over Esports are just a little bit outside the circle, while I think that's Extreme who is really farther away from that circle. But still pretty much they're kind of near it. They can just go later on. SDMZ on the other hand, they're also quite farther, so that's gonna be a challenge to getting that circle without being spotted. But yeah, definitely most of the players are just inside this circle, of course. And yeah, I mean, while that's
Yeah.
happening, they're still
Oh,
just looting up. But of course, we have here our third caster. He is back on track, and it's gonna be Sam.
yeah, of course I'm gonna cast, guys. Don't you worry. 'Cause, yeah, my cab is not a challenge yet. But from now on, we can see Team Sky again and again going on a clash with Team OPC. I guess, guys, I just really have seen the pattern. Teams, if they're gonna clash at the start of the game, I think they will be in a really not good situation. But oh, for now on, we can see Saupe getting one elimination up front with his AKM. A nice defense through the surprise attack at the door. But yeah, from now on, we can see they are just really waiting it up. They're just really giving some momentums ahead. But I guess from now on, we can see Team Sky is getting some nades up front. But yeah, for now, I guess Team OPC, they're just gonna wait first. But yeah, one bot pro is knocked out. They are really wanting for a revive. But I guess from now on, Toma, he's just also waiting it in. Gonna go an entry. But yeah, I guess from the backside, we can see one of the players from Team OPC is available. But that's not gonna cut it off from Toma. Toma getting another vision, but he's gonna get knocked out. He's gonna get finished indeed because one of the players is also doing an entry from the backside. But I think from Soli, he's just gonna wait it out. He's just gonna go for a hold first, noticing that Soli, he's either really eager to just push or they wanna manage their risk. They're going through a risk management process here, and yeah, just waiting for them. Can they supposedly push or not? But yeah, Soli not getting that risk management right, and yeah, he gets knocked out. He gets eliminated. But yeah, Team Sky for now, they're gonna get eliminated, and some taunts maybe from Team OPC Sport. But that said, Sky gonna get eliminated at the first place. And yeah, I think noticing that they're at our fourth rankings from now, I think that's a bad thing for Sky to have.
I'm just really distracted by Bot Bro. I mean, he's slaying right now, and they have like a bow and arrow as well. So that's like giving Katniss from Hunger Games. But yeah, I don't know. That's just something that I wanted to point out. Bot Bro, once again in our cameras, they have a really good gun. I mean, this guy looks really good right now. But yeah, a good start for OPZ. By the way, they already have 4 eliminations, and they managed to. Yep, yeah, they really did manage to wipe out La Familia Skyforce completely. And so that's a good start, but definitely not for Skyforce. And right now we're looking at SDMZ as well. Actually, I really expected that there would be more early game engagements, especially since I saw that there are a lot of teams that landed towards the same area. And I'm a bit worried as well for Decimation because there's only one player that came in on the lobby, so I'm not sure what they're planning to do, but the best thing that they can do is play for placement points. But the fact is that placement points are definitely not gonna be enough to climb up the leaderboards. So Decimate, they'll have to do their best to, make with what they have right now.
And yeah, the rest of the team still are just chilling, going in for loot, and this is really just the perfect time to be very to play it slowly because guys, come on, it's we're still at the 6 minute mark, and definitely Miramar is a very big map, so nothing to hide here. It definitely will be a slow paced game unless um the one that the incident a while ago, it will happen once again. Two teams meeting it up again. That's just the only way for them to go for fights. And yeah, it does look like in within the circle, these players are just really spread out. I mean, spread out in a certain distance, so you can't really be for certain though if they will meet each other. But yeah, I guess we'll just talk about, I guess, us with this, of course, Sam. Actually, guys, if you guys wonder, Sam is actually live in the battlefield right now, which is why he kind of sounds live.
Yeah, I'm just going live on roads, I guess. Mike, we're just seeing motorcycles everywhere, and yeah, typical day. But yeah, from now on, I think I'm at the same position with Team OPZ. They're just really, really chill. They're just going with their vehicles. But the other side, we can see Team OPZ. One of the players has been knocked down, and I don't know what happened to him. But I guess that's a really nice surprise for me seeing that. But yeah, I think SDMZ, they're gonna have one elimination got it from Naim. But yeah, I guess they're just gonna meet up. They're not gonna do a commit. But oh my god, OPZ getting a commit fight from Team SDMZ. They are gonna do a commitment, not like me and you. But yeah, now on, I guess OPZ, they're just gonna go for a defense from now on. Getting some nades from Team SDMZ. They're just gonna wait it out. They're just gonna sort it out first. But yeah, I think they are not going to really be struggling to push Team OPZ. I think it's gonna be a breeze for them. If you know Team SDMZ, one of the teams with the best tactics, with the best chemistry that you could know in this tournament. But yeah, focusing on this fight first. Sahube waiting on top, but that nade connects, and oh my god, what a nade from the backside. And yeah, I guess Sahube itself, he was gonna get eliminated, and yeah, we couldn't do much. But yeah, at the minicam, we can see one player is gonna give a DBS action fight, and that's it. The DBS connects, and I guess that's a really nice entry for Team VE, E2, VE, ESDM7, and yeah, yes, he's gonna throw some nades also, and yeah, that's a really nice interference with all of the players at all of the combos. But yeah, for now on, I guess this is not a new thing, but it's really refreshing to see like teams giving a good utility play, and he just look like how does the previous team, I think OPC gets eliminated by Team SDMC. They give nades, they give utilities just to push. They don't like truly just really just go as a flock of ducks. Like yeah, I think they don't go as that, but yeah, they use the utility, they use the mollies, they use the smoke. I think this is a really refreshing play. Noticing at our previous days, they're not really aggressive. They're really aggressive, but they're not playing like casually smarter. Like yeah, you can see the trade day. They're getting smarter and
They're getting smarter, yeah, definitely. We're witnessing a lot of grenades, a lot of Molotovs coming in, and that's actually, I agree with you right there. I love seeing Molotov kills. I love seeing grenade kills. It's just a little bit more exciting than the usual gun kills, the shots coming in, and yeah, I mean, we're all for it. But for the teams, I'm sure they're prioritizing basically surviving and also getting elimination points. So, yeah, I think we're going back to the quiet part of the map. Of the map. We're 10 minutes in, and still we can see even from the mini map. Actually, lots of these teams are actually near each other, and still, it's not gonna be enough reason for them to go out and risk their lives. Just for those kills, they'd rather go ahead and wait for the circle to close in and force themselves to move out of the area, and then eventually whoever makes the first mistake will definitely get punished, and everyone else is just kind of waiting for that to happen, for waiting for an easy pick off. But yeah, this is once again our first map, and we see Aim God not living up to their name yet, but I think they're gonna go ahead and redeem themselves later on. But yeah, no shots coming in, no shots connecting, and right now we're seeing TM7 Rifa. They spot some moving cars. They get on in their own car, and then they're gonna be rotating the area, going into another position, finding a better angle against NRS. And NRS, I think they have the numbers disadvantage at this point. They're down to 2 players, and so if they're gonna go against if they're gonna go against TM7 head on, they're gonna have quite a hard time. And let's wait and see what NRS will decide to do.
And yeah, 14 teams are still up and running right here. In almost 12 minutes, but technically, like bro, this is just gonna be a long one. You could be witnessing the next fight in like 5 minutes, and 5 minutes is a long one in terms of PUBG time. So there's that. Oh, unless Danny '09 from AKAZAYA could get knocked down, and eventually maybe AKAZAYA Esports could be raided as well. So yeah, there's definitely that. While the rest of the teams with AKAZAYA just looking for potential. I think they're trying to isolate the fights right here against LHC before they can storm this area, and yeah, we're just gonna be waiting on what will
Yes.
happen later on.
Yes, we're also gonna wait. But if I have a comparison to you guys playing here on this compound than rather playing in other maps, I guess. Or actually, Miramar has the more fights coloring the game at maybe at the entry of the game or yeah, at the middle parts of the game, excluding Sanhok. Yeah, and Miramar and Erangel, I guess they're just different maps. And but from now on, we can see Miramar is giving more initiation. I don't know why, because Miramar used to be a boring map, but yeah, here in the zone. And the rest is also playing with TM7 there, going on knockout, but they're focusing here, focusing on Team Akazaya. That's their top one. Clashing again and again with LHC. I think they're gonna wait. They're gonna go for the right momentum. But yeah, I guess this is a really nice move from them. Just going to one place and Malboy, I guess from Team LHC, he's got the one, but he cannot follow up. Another knockdown, but LHC 49 coming in hot with his shotgun. But I guess from now on, he's gonna hold it up first. They are not wanting a really quick end. They're not wanting a really quick finish because they must play it properly. But Nate has been given, but a Nate will not connect. But LHC itself getting one more elimination by elimination indeed. And I think the last man standing of LHC will be eliminated from Team Akazaya Esports, and they are going to the lobby for now on at our 13th place of Miramar. But yeah, again and again, fights like this are highly appreciated because Indonesian casters said playing PUBG is like you making a painting. If you make a painting, you must have it nice strokes, nicest brush, and you have to do many techniques. And this is what LF Akazaya do, and they deserve it. They do great pushes, they do great setups, they do great with utilities, and I guess that's what make LF Akazaya itself. Noticing that they are really consistent, and I guess this is a team that I think is a work of art.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, actually, I was kind of wondering what LHG's 49 was thinking storming into that building. I guess they didn't have information because they're like, yeah, we got one down and let's go ahead and go finish them off. And then they walk in and there's all 4 players of Akazaya staring at them with the barrel of their guns to their faces. All 4 barrels of their guns to their face. And absolutely, 49 did not stand a chance. And knowing that Manko was already knocked down towards the back of the building, yeah, it was tragedy for LHC, and that's a tragic painting that they're gonna be seeing. But yeah, that just concludes their story. And so we're trying to find another. I think La Familia Esports. They spot Leon's at the distance, and Nahil is in a pretty good spot for scouting. But if he gets picked off at this point, it's gonna be hard to. Yep, there we go. Stood no chance against 4 players of Club Leon's. I mean, I'm seeing a deja vu just a while ago from LH's 49, and basically like Nahil kind of walked into that one. But for sure, the rest of La Familia is gonna go in and rotate into the area possibly. Since they have some information right now in Game Over Esports, they're gonna be trying to be the third party in this scenario. So let's just see how this plays out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
uh, boy.
we're not gonna talk about that, but like it was okay since nothing is really happening. It's actually just 15 minutes, so definitely we'll just be waiting it out there, and yeah, while also waiting for my food, I guess. But but yeah, definitely we're also waiting for these players to really start cooking and to start taking these enemies one by one. Though they do have sometimes they do have the higher ground advantage, so they could really just look into it. But I guess they're also trying to bait the teams that will be getting the supply crate. But of course, these are the players that will not be risking anything, especially during the final day. But Bogobe from Syndicate also finds one Rolex on the other hand. They could be looking for a team elimination right here for DND Extreme, but they're still pretty much far away. So yeah, they're just taking them one by one, just making sure that they will not be revived.
Yeah, but for now on, Mike, we could see teams are just really in for an initiation. I think that knock would been registered in the meantime, but yeah, I think he's gonna go for a bleeding out. I guess he's not gonna get revived because it's really high risk to revive at the open. But yeah, from now on, I think no fights will even continue. So let's talk about pillows like yesterday's, Mike. What is your pillow for now?
Pillow?
Bro, I am
Yeah,
not
yesterday
thinking
we talked
about
about
pillows.
pillows, right?
Oh, I'm yesterday, but like I'm not thinking about pillows right now.
Oh, okay then. How about the story?
What are
Oh,
you talking
funny
about?
story.
Oh,
No,
right,
Annie's
Funny
story.
story.
Yeah.
the chat GPT story. Once upon a time, there are three casters casting a Miramar match, and nothing's happening. So they're going ahead and talking about pillows. And one
Yeah.
day, the pillow turns sentient and kills all of them. The end. Huh?
What are we
Okay.
talking about? Yeah, but that's a valid point. But yeah, back again on the game, we could see the zone previously, and I could particularly see teams are just going here and there, going on the compound, maybe initiating one or two teams in one compound. But yeah, for now, I guess teams are not really fighting it out. They're just like neighboring, like just hey neighbor, and yeah, I think they're just really gonna hold it up until the zone is gonna really close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit confused, guys. It's 1:20 a.m. So I think everyone's kind of fried up. But yeah, I think there were some engagements, but I didn't quite catch it, and they kind of stopped shooting at each other. And yeah, taking a look at the statistics right now, 12 teams, 39 players, and we'll take a look at the leaderboards as well. I mean, AKAZAYA, they're still solidified all the way top one. Grenades flying in. Is it gonna hit Lance Esports? It's definitely not gonna hit them. But at the distance, there's a Stadams Esports, and I believe that's AKAZAYA as well. So Lance Esports trying to get this mini red zone because it's not a lot of grenades, but it's definitely like a consistent amount of grenades coming in. But it's not going to be connecting. It's not going to result into any knocks, but it's not going to stop Lance Esports from trying anyway. But yeah, taking a look at the perspective of SDMZ Esports, they have two eliminations already, and they have their full roster, so that's good for them. And it's going to be important for the late game later on. And I mean, we're 19 minutes into the game. We're looking at the drone shot. There's Leon's towards the north. I mean, like towards the lower left. And
Yeah.
there's La Familia in the lower right. And game over. I mean, I'm sure they have information that the others are there, but they're definitely not initiating anything yet.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, 12 teams still remain. And in this area, 3 teams have managed to keep the peace. And I think they will continue to do so for the next 10 hours or so. I don't know. But yeah, currently, I don't know what's happening right now. I mean, Extreme, on the other hand, they're also suffering the damage from the play zone. I mean, eventually, maybe the play zone will get all of them. I think that's what matters at the end of the day. But yeah, they're just healing themselves up. Modo, on the other
Oh,
hand,
that's
is
it.
also slowly dying as well. But the grenade, and a surprising turn of events, gets him down, and that's just gonna mark the end of Extreme.
Yeah, that Nate's give the wee wee sounds, I guess, from Nate's playing here and there. But yeah, from now on, I think Agent giving some initiation, but he got knocked by one of the players available from downhill. And I guess Obi-Wan is gonna give a really aggressive fight. I think yeah, it's DMZ likes it aggressive like everyone does. But from now on, I guess DCM, one of the most OG players available, that I will not speak the name because I'll get mad of one of the admins. From now on, I think he's just really waiting. I think he's becoming sheep, I guess, on the bush, just waiting for his shepherd to come. But yeah, for now on, Team Lons getting eliminated one by one.
And I guess Team SDMZ, Saddam Z's were just getting their vision really, really good for now on. But yeah, still remember, they're not in the zone already. They need to go for an entry. But yeah, for now, I guess entries or entry points are not really filled up with teams or even congested. I think there's a free entry at the other part of the game because at the other side of the map, right here on the outer zone, team left is gonna go to the lobby, proving my point that many of the teams are just really waiting for teams to go initiate rather than they're going to the zone. But yeah, for now on, teams or the tempo might fluctuate. 10 teams is left, and yeah, DCM, one of the players, is still right there, and yeah, I think he's in a rising mode.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Sam. I mean, we're taking a look at the rest of the teams. I mean, we're down to 10 teams. I was messing with you guys.
Sorry.
But yeah, we're down to 10 teams and 31. Now 30 players are down. I mean, the competition is crazy. And AKAZAYA, I mean, they spot Syndicate and they're getting those sprays on, and definitely that's gonna pay off for their side because one after the other, Syndicate loses their players. I think that was a complete wipeout by the hands of AKAZAYA. And in the end, it's a good trade-off, especially since it's just Manu that got knocked down, and it's just a knock, so they can go ahead and revive themselves up to a 4-man team later on, and that's going really well for AKAZAYA. I think yeah, they're definitely not being complacent, and they want to put as much gap points as possible between them and OPZ, but all the while, finally, DCM, Foosh finally kicked the bucket. Well, they were just minding their own business in the bush. I guess they got caught up in all the violence. But yeah, speaking of violence, CM7 in the house, and they're getting bombarded by GAMEOVER. Eddie almost, I mean, took a lot of damage. But oh my gosh, they finally get him up and revived. Now he's back in the game. GAMEOVER sprays in against Admiral. It's not gonna connect enough, but of course there's another squad coming in. Third party, that would be SDMZ and GameOver Esports has their crosshairs against them.
And the grenade, hoping to get another one down, another one as well, and it's just gonna be a battle of, I don't know. I guess it's just raining balls out here, but yeah.
Yeah.
Minto would be falling down. What? Okay, Sam, you were definitely so active in responding to that comment. what were you thinking, bro?
Yeah, they're making raining balls, neat balls.
Yeah,
They go
they're pretty
kaboom.
much good at it, right?
Yeah, if it's the Angry Bird, I think it's the black Angry Bird that go kaboom. Yeah, but yeah, from now on, we can just see teams rotating. Like, you know, I'm really betting that teams are having a really hard time doing an entry at our point from now on, because we can see Club Leon's either at the other side of the map is popping up some nades, but yeah, on the small screen either we can see teams are doing an entry from now on, and AKAZAYA at the other side, they're just gonna hold it up. SDMZ gonna again doing an entry. They are really playing smart with this. With those nades going flying here and there and going kaboom. But yeah, from now on, Team LF, this is their do or die situation. They're going in, and oh my god, one of the players of SDMC got Mahu, and I guess Obi-Wan and the others, I guess, is going to have a vision in another place. But yeah, I guess the split is a nice thing to do. But yeah, don't forget that Team SDMC is still on a volatile rate. But yeah, from now on, I guess Zahyu indeed from the backside, I think he's gonna hold it up. Agent also still locking in for the E2S TM7 and giving some shots indeed. But I guess from now on, if they could do a reset on Team SDMZ, it will be a blast for them to just clear out the next moments coming in. But yeah, I guess from now on, Agent giving some initiations, giving some scopes. But again and again, the zone is gonna close. They're gonna prioritize the zone like any good team would. And yeah, I guess for now on, SDMZ on a breeze to just go into the zone because they're not really far, I guess.
And taking a look at the top 4 teams, actually there's two teams that still have all 4 players and 2 teams with 3, but I think that's gonna be changing soon, especially since SDMZ they had one player that got knocked down. They immediately got them back up. But yeah, as I was saying, they got knocked down already immediately. But yeah, this is pretty fun, you know. SDMZ 2-3 on the red is so just one last player to be hunted down, and SDMZ will be saying goodbye to Lobby. And CYANIDE Esports, they have the high ground against GameOver Esports. TM7 gets knocked down and that Kali's gonna be next, and with that beautiful bullet connecting, and Maski's gonna be next. So Tyson, come on, oh, yep, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That is a wipeout by the hands of Hisam of CYANIDE Esports, and game over. Says game over.
Now SDMZ taking the third place for this game, while of course the rest of the last two teams, Cyanide versus TM7, and we have seen TM7 they definitely won earlier. So right now this is just gonna be a very challenging moment for them as well if they can keep this up. But yeah, currently the Cyanide Esports though are really just gathered up behind this rock, so they could be hit. Oh, actually, Isaac gets out of it, but he gets sprayed down, and it was just unfortunate as he falls down. The grenade coming in as well, hoping to get them down just behind the rock, but it does protect them eventually. And another one also to go again, hoping to hit that one as well, but I guess nothing will happen. The grenade being thrown out again once again, but Eddie will take him down, and it's just gonna be Admiral and Eddie versus the last member from Cyanide right here, which is gonna be Winter. He's just running AD, trying to dodge those bullets, but it was just unfortunate as he falls down. VE2S TM7, we have their second chicken dinner for tonight.
Yeah, again and again, they are really making an impressive play for the night. They're really making a spotlight for the night, but I think that's something to be proud of from now on. Because noticing that team AKAZAYA is now consistently, anyways, really holding it down there. But yeah, I guess from now on, it's a winner chicken dinner for Team TM7, and this is it. And I guess, yeah, I guess we are really hoping that we could see many of the more consistent performance for these teams. But Annie, I guess it's too late for them if they want to give their best. Because noticing that we are on our last day, yeah, I think this is a really hard thing to do. But before going to Annie, we could see the winner chicken dinner team stats. There's Eddie with 3, Orpheus with 5, Admiral with 5, Rifa with 1. And I guess they're really played as a team. Everybody there has their own role. But yeah, I think that's really giving a really nice output for Team VE, E2S TM7 on our third match.
Yeah. Yeah, Ice on Admiral's damage though, it's almost crossing the 1,000 point mark. And that's just to say, I mean, that's just a 5 eliminations, so there's a lot of damage coming in from just one person. And yeah, I'm not sure if where TM7 stands after this match, after this third match for tonight. So we'll be seeing the leaderboards later on for that. I mean, I think that's what everyone's kind of looking forward to, the statistics that will affect after this match. I mean, after this map, there's gonna be only 3 more chances. That's one Miramar map, one Sanhok map, and one Erangel map to finish off the whole grand finals. But of course, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're seeing the head-to-head between TM7 and CYANIDE Esports. There's only 100 point difference between them, but TM7 weighs towards their side a little bit more, and Nox that goes the same as well as eliminations. I mean, that's 14 eliminations. TM7 CYANIDE only has 9. But survival time, just a couple of seconds in difference, and total points. Of course, TM7 walks away with 24, and CYANIDE they walk away with 15. It's still a decent amount of points, but TM7 definitely it was a good game for them. They managed to rack up a lot of points, but once again the question still begs, how will this affect the leaderboards later on?
And yeah, there we have our MVP, which is Admiral from VETM7 with 5 eliminations, 904 damage, and 3 assists. Now here for Admiral, which one of the key players for VETM7, and with 24 points to their team, which it just really shows that they're more of a team play, a teamwork rather, than individual kills, individual plays. They're just really working together, which got them their second chicken dinner for tonight. And yeah, to be followed as well with Mahu 69 from AKAZAYA Esports, Orpheus from VETM7, Haisham from Cyanide, and Obi-Wan from SDMZ.
Yeah, but that's it. The top players of our match. And yeah, following up, we could see many more stats, and that's the match rankings. This is the match rankings of match 15. And yeah, TM7 got 24 points, Cyanide got 15, SDMZ got 14, and AKAZAYA got 11. Game over is the same, they got 11 eater. 5 for OPZ Esports at the 6th place. At the 7th place, we could see Syndicate and Club Leons at the 8 with 4 total points. And for hashtag Niners and LENION with 1, Decimation with 1. And for hashtag 11 to 16, I think they are not going to get any available points for this match. And yeah, I guess teams are just really fluctuative. Miramar can be really good for most of the teams, and Miramar can be really bad. But yeah, I think this is the overall standings, and I'm really betting. I guess this is our last time seeing the overall standings because in the last 3 matches, I think it's gonna be hidden. But yeah, for now on, let's see AKAZAYA with 176, SDMZ with 151, OPC with 143, TM7 with 139, Sky with 123, CND with 96, GameOver with 83, Lons with 67, NRS with 57, Leons with 57 either, and LF with 56, Sin with 54, LHC with 45, DCM with 41, XTREME with 40, and DND with 30. And yeah, I guess this is a really volatile overall standings for even the top 1, 2, 3 from now on, because teams are just really having skyrockets as their performance just spikes up and increase. But yeah, I think Annie, teams are just really heading to a plot twist on our last day.
Yeah, and this is once again the last day, so the teams definitely feel that pressure to do their absolute best to improve their standings in the leaderboard, in the leaderboard rather. And yeah, we're seeing the overall top players still the same names, still Manu, Botbro, Mahu, Agent, and I think that's a new name. That's Obi-Wan coming in at number 5. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, we can see AKAZAYA, they managed to get 2 players on the top players statistics. And OPZ, of course, Botbro is really, really consistent. And SDMZ, they're making a name for themselves with Agent having 27 eliminations so far and Obi-Wan with 24. And yeah, that's to be understandable because SDMZ had a really good run in that previous map, the map that we just witnessed right now. So that's to be expected that they finally get a chance to put Obi-Wan into the leaderboards. But yeah, whoa, that was TM7 with the back-to-back winner chicken dinner. The match number 14, match number 15 each with TM7 getting 15 and 14 points respectively. And yeah, we're gonna be moving on to Sanhok, this small map, the 4x4 map for match number 16. And so with that, I mean, it's gonna be really exciting because this is just a one Sanhok map for this day number 3. And actually, the players, I'm sure for the pro players, it'll be a pretty unpredictable map. But yeah, before we move on to that, we will be taking a short break. So for those of you tuning in, thank you so much, and we'll be seeing you in a few minutes.
ಜಾಣುತ್ತ ಏಕೆ ಹ್ಯಾರಾಕಿತ ಏಕೆ ಹತಿಯಾರುತ್ತ ಏಕೆ ಹಮಲಾದಿ ಫುರುಡಿನ ಫಾದುವ ಗ್ಯಾಗಾದಾನ ತರು ಬ್ಯಾಬಾಕುರ ಫುಮ್ಮಾದ ಬ್ಯಾಕುಡ ಗಾದುರ ಮುಜಿಯಾರು ಕಮುಗಲೂಡು ವ್ಯಾಲಾ ಫುರ ಕಾಕಬ್ಬಾರ ತುತ್ತ ವೇಣಿ ಹಂಗುಡ ಮತ ಕಫಸ್ ಕಿಚು ಹೇಣಿ ರೈವಲ್ ಸಫೈ ಫುರ ವೇಣಿ ದಿವ ಇಕ್ಕೊ ಟೀಮ್ ಕಿಂಗುಡೆ ವೇಣಿ ಗಾಬದಂ ಕಾಕು ಹಿಗೇಮಿ ಕಾಕತ್ತುರೆ ಕಾಕು ಹಿಬೇಡಿ ಕಾಕಬ್ಬ ಏ ಹುರ ವೇಣಿ ಫಹುಮಿ ಹಕ ಕಿಕ್ಕುರೆ ವೇಣಿ ದೀವು ವಾಣಿ ಮೀ ಮಗೆ ಮಹಲ್ ಮಗೆ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮೀ ಮಗೆ ವತನ್
Again.
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Man.
How are all of you doing? I don't know why I'm not there, but yeah, I'm here, guys. My sound is here, my heart is here, but yeah, I'm always there for you guys. But yeah, from all of the technical issue, there's Moik voice as the God voice, but yeah, today I think we're switching roles. I'm giving the God voice from now on, and yeah, welcome to our fourth map of the day. And for now on, we're gonna play at our petite map, our small map, and that is Sanhok. The map that can change teams' lives. And yeah, we'll see who can get the winner chicken dinner or just get a stable elimination on this one. I'm really hoping that VE E2S TM7 can play really consistently, and if they're getting a chicken dinner in this map, it's gonna be a big, humongous, tremendous. Oh my God, boom shakalaka comeback for them. But that's just it. Our fourth match of the day has been presented, and the flight path goes from Lakawi to Hatin. It's a quite. It's not really the flight path for everyone, but I guess this is an okay flight path indeed, Annie.
Yeah, and I guess the flight path for Sanhok maps, it's not really that significant. I mean, it's a pretty small map, so you can just go around on foot. But definitely, if you want to get that early on advantage and drop off to your favorite points, you definitely need a flight path that goes to your favor. But I'm eyeing Paradise Resort. I think there were 3 different squads that wanted this area. I don't know if they're gonna go ahead and go to Paradise Resort knowing that there are other squads landing nearby. And yeah, we're already seeing bullets flying around in Paradise Resort. Everyone wants a piece of this place. I mean, it's a really good looting area. Yeah, right now. Nothing popping up in the kill feed. However, I saw in the mini map those bullets coming in, and yes, those bullets are putting an end to one of these players. Yep, that's Sky Spooky, I believe. NRS is also getting shot at. Sky CYANIDE. Concurrently, several teams are having engagement all over the map, ladies and gentlemen. NRS, it's only I'm in love with a criminal. That's all that's left from their team. And I think one more pickoff, one more shot to the head for criminal. NR is gonna be saying goodbye. But yeah, LHC lurking about, and that grenade just hitting Mad Boy, knocking them down with the hands of NRS criminal. And yeah, LHC, they have the opportunity to go ahead and loot this place up. And with that, I think NRS really did get completely eliminated at this point. We're seeing that there's only 15 teams left, and I think NRS, the rest of their squad, they got finished off in the kill feed. And so with that, LHC puts an end to them, but there's another squad nearby, and that's the purple squad. I believe that's SKYFORCE, and the orange squad, I'm not sure which one that is. But yeah, it's gonna be really messy in a few minutes.
And yeah, of course, while these players are also preparing 15 teams. But yeah, Sahope would be down from OPZ. Does look like Cyanide Blanky as already finding one, which Blanky was one of our MVP as well. But yeah, Thakuru to be followed as well from Syndicate. They will also get an elimination from here. And Skyforce against Leon's just right in this house. They could be looking at a possible wipeout from here. Sky, on the other hand, will find one and before he goes down, and the rest of LHC could be looking for a possible engagement towards here.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is it. I'm sorry, I need there's a delay, but yeah, this is it. We're gonna see a fight from now on going in, and let's see. Mad Boy is going in, and he is really mad, like a ninja, going on the top of the roofs of the compound. But yeah, I guess Mad Boy itself with his S12K action, giving his initiation one by one. Calpo confirmed as an elimination for Team LHC. Is this a turning point for them, or this will be another two-soon match for Team LHC? Let's see on this game, but they are pushing in. Mad Boy getting one of the players indeed, but I think Leons are gonna go for the push, and that's it. And the S12K from Minto is eliminating Team LHC from now on Lucidity. And all of his friends eliminated. And yeah, say goodbye to Team LHC for this match. But yeah, I think there's really no hope for LHC any.
Yeah. I mean, no hope indeed. And we're already down to 12 teams. And yeah, finally, we're seeing a typical Sanhok map where there's a lot of pick-offs rather early on. And we're seeing Syndicate, they already reaped 5 eliminations on their side. And to that, in exchange for Rolex, who's not gonna be with them for the rest of the game. But yeah, it's not over just yet. CYANIDE versus OPZ, somewhere out there in the map. And pretty funny kill. That's a machete going into the hands of CYANIDE, finishing off OPZ. But yeah, I don't think OPZ is completely wiped out just yet. They're gonna be going ahead and hunting down the rest of their players. And exactly that, actually, it's just bot bro. That's all that's left. And CYANIDE, they know OPZ hasn't gotten finished off, so I think they're gonna be scouting the area, but Botbro is gonna be pretty far from all that action, and what Botbro can do at this point. I mean, Botbro once again, the top two of the MVP players. So I think I still have faith in Botbro. He'd probably get some engagements before eventually getting picked off. But yeah, this is all gonna depend on how CYANIDE is gonna approach this, because I think they have information now. They have an inkling as to where Botbro could possibly be hiding, and Shaunu's just jumping like a frog right here and try to see if they can hunt down Botbro. But yeah, I think Shaunu crosshairs out and try to see if they can get that pick off, but I don't think they're gonna engage just yet.
They won't engage just yet, and definitely for with the last 12 teams, then definitely for CYANIDE Esports, they could be looking at another location, or maybe they will just chill it out here. And yeah, I mean, they do have the damage though. They're just gonna be waiting for more. I mean, they did have 2 eliminations. They could be looking for more really, but again, they don't want to just overextend as well, because they could get eliminated. That's the biggest risk they could be taking. But here, what bro from Esports will find one, looking for to find a second, but he's being gunned down as well. So that I think that one will be enough just yet. And again, he will just be healing himself up before he will fight once again.
Yep, but from now on, I guess that price was nice, Mike. But yeah, back again to the game. OPZ Esports, bot bro, giving some initiations by initiations to Team 4. I guess I don't know what team is that. It's not quite clear, but yeah, to the team, to the blue team or the Team 4. I think he's gonna go to Team CYANIDE. But yeah, I guess OPZ, they don't want to risk it out so bad, because OPZ, if they had been on the 2 soon for 4 matches or 3 matches back to back, I think this is a really not good last day for them. Noticing that TM7 really steps up their gameplay, almost beating OPZ points. I guess that's just really, really inevitable if teams like OPZ calls for a 2 soon. But yeah, from now on, going to Camp Charlie, if I'm not mistaken, seeing GAMEOVER clashing out with Lons, I think this will be a really fun fight to see. Noticing that Muskie and Kalei is on the ground side, and I guess they are going to do some clearings to the entry of the buildings. But GAMEOVER Titan, he maybe want to do a ninja style push, but yeah, I think he's not getting it on. But yeah, I guess Teams has been doing an entry now. Steps has been heard, and Titan slowly but surely going for a push. They were one of the players from launches, but Yash getting one with the SLK, and I guess shotgun. Well, I mean, the DPS indeed getting it either. I guess really bad play for Team GAMEOVER if they can't pull it off. Noticing that they also have DBS, and I guess this will be a fair fight indeed. But yeah, from the backside, because Team is very available, giving the 50-50 chance of window, but the Muskie giving VZ action. But yeah, I guess from now on, Team GAMEOVER just in like not a really sure phase of their game. But yeah, again and again, GAMEOVER, they're going to go to be eliminated one by one, and I guess this is a nice comeback from Lons. But yeah, at the other side, Annie, we can see one more team available. I guess there's one team that the color is red, if I'm not mistaken. And I guess if Lons Esports are not if Lon Esports is not really paying attention, if they're not attentive, Team XTR might just send them to the lobby as soon as they could know.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. But I think a lot of esports, they have this in the bag. And imagine, yeesh, with the anime girl with the e-girl skin, imagine losing your life to that with I mean, she was just stabbing people left and right. But yeah, XTR, I think they're starting, and they already have one knockdown on their side. But I don't think we're gonna be seeing that confirmed just now. But yeah, Lons Esports towards that area, and of course, game over. It's not game over for them yet. I think Rio Day is still alive, and XCR, they're trying to be the third party in this situation, but they definitely cannot go ahead and make any rash decisions. So that's exactly what they're doing. Dead shot. Crosshairs out, trying to see if they can scout out any potential kills. But Alon's Esports, I think they're in a pretty good position. They're inside of these buildings, and we're looking at Botbro right now. Once again, Botbro is, I believe, all alone because the rest of OPZ has gotten picked off early on. But Shano is also there trying to scout out the area. I believe they're still out in the alert. Actually, Shano's all alone now. So CYANIDE Esports and Botbro, they're on the same ship. They need to get out of there because they're worried about they have to worry about the blue zone. But I think Botbro, they're gonna chill there for a little longer just in case they might run into trouble.
And yeah, I mean, definitely for the ND Extreme as well. They do have their place right here. They could be looking for a possible fight later on. Mm-hmm. Actually going into scope, finds Yesh, but will not go for the fight just yet. I think it was really just looking for a clear shot that could take them down. But definitely now that the circle will become smaller, then eventually, then we will see more of these players just forced to fight once again between against each other. But here we have again our players, which I think are only some teams that are just outside the circle. Which in this part, if you want to cross to the play zone, then you have to be very careful because there are other teams that are doing the same thing.
Yes, I do agree with you, Mike. But seeing the zone, just giving like a donut style of a close of a zone of a shift, yeah. But yeah, we could see now, teams are just really rotating as fast as they could. But yeah, we're seeing still FMS DND Extreme here, and yeah, Vanity is gonna be picked up because he is out in the open, and I don't really know what he's thinking about. I think he's wanting to get that shot for the player of Team XTR, but he couldn't pull it off, and yeah, that's a good buy from them. But Ryude, as the last man standing of Team GameOver Esports, they should wait. And yeah, for now on, I guess Yash, I guess yeah, from Team Lots, they're just gonna wait for a little bit. I'm really sorry for my intrusive thoughts, guys, but yeah, from now, Mahu giving some initiation little by little from the bottom side of the from the bottom side of the compound, seeing Leon's is there. I think Leon's is gonna go for the revive, but yeah, Mahu is giving an initiation by initiation, maybe some quick shots. See if Blitz is connecting or not, but yeah, I guess from now on, Mahu just waiting it out, waiting for the perfect momentum to come. And yeah, I guess Maha just says, Donnie get Aksams from Team Leon's Leon. Not a great start for the fourth match indeed. They need to really rotate their gameplay. The other side gets XTR Momo. XTR that shot got launched.
Wait,
Yash
who?
and Ajay and headshot.
Who?
And yeah, they're just playing. But what? But what?
Who was
Wait,
it? Was it?
what?
was
I
it?
just completely forgot. Yash? Yeah. Yeah, but going back to Gube, yes, I really like to see his action with the DBS is a really nice initiation indeed. But Python, like the Black Mamba, giving some venom, giving some shots through Bogube. But yeah, I guess Team Syndicate could pull it off. But yeah, where does Yash go?
Where did you go? And this is greatness. So with the crosshairs out, they have Lons Esports in their targets, and yeah, Najee is definitely not gonna have a good time, especially if greatness getting that kill shot. But I think they're chasing Extreme as well. Black is a very, very low on health, and this blue zone is supposed to deplete their health, but it's going on really slowly. Yeah, they were healing themselves up. That's probably why. And now they're actually open, trying to see if they can shoot at Bogube. But I think Extreme's Black, they have their information, they have their location out there, but it's a good thing they're not getting shot at. They're trying to prioritize getting this elimination point against Bogube. But on the other hand, Greatness is coming to the rescue. And Bogube is in a really good position, so they're dodging those bullets really well. and Extreme Black, if they don't think about this stage 4 blue zone really soon, they're gonna get eaten up with their health. But yeah, I think they pretty much have the same thought, and now they're gonna rotate into place. But Tonio is also nearby, and so that's just gonna help, especially if they want to get Bogobe once again. Getting them out, they're forcing them out of the vehicle. Bogobe quite low.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, that was so.
Like
I don't want to say it, but the Molotov was just not. It was not giving, guys. It was not giving.
I mean, dude, like, I love Black actually because he was so good at also shooting his gun. Black was just really just good at shooting them down and also avoiding those bullets. But nevertheless, they will go down and they will have a chance later on. But yeah, looking at it though, from the map, we could be closing in, and I think we are gonna be heading into more fights. It will be happening in a few moments. But yeah, I think we do have our finalists right here. They're just gonna be using the rim of the circle once again to just protect themselves and start the fights later on when they just really need to have to.
yeah. But this is it, guys. Seeing the real Sanhok, we could see teams are just fighting here and there, and then that's what we like to see on Sanhok, or not just Sanhok, on any maps. Is that we really get bored easily, and that's not good if we get bored, guys. We can see more than Yaw coming in later on, but yeah, I guess for now on we can see LF Viper from the hillside of Cave giving some scopes, giving some screenings up front, but AKAZAYA Manu is fighting with Leons, and I think AKAZAYA is one of the most consistent teams indeed. They got 2 eliminations for the day in the 4th zone. But yeah, seeing this, 25 players left, 9 teams is left on the 15-minute mark. It's really a fast of a tempo that we could see the Sanhok is going on. But yeah, Mano indeed giving some nades, hoping that it would connect. But God is not there. And yeah, for now on, I think Team L left. They're on full awareness. They are really attentive in this game, and I think this is a really nice thing to do for Team LF AKAZAYA. And yeah, yes, Danny also from the back. They're just holding it on. Manu from the other side of Corey, they're just gonna regroup. But yeah, I guess for now on, Team AKAZAYA have a better choice for them to just wait for the zone and just go for the entry on the zone, because if they got the choke points, if they got the entry points, it will be a breeze for them to collect many more eliminations indeed. And that's it, the zone is gonna go up front. SDMZ or Soram Esports is there, Sin is there. But yeah, if just AKAZAYA can go to Cave and just hold an entry point, that will be amazing. LF will be really yeah, Team 11 have a hard time. But then for now on, I guess SDMZ and the Hayabusa playing PUBG Mobile again and again. What a transfer. I guess Hayabusa for now, he's just gonna give some vision. He's gonna give some screening, some information maybe to his teams about Team 11. But yeah, for now on, statistically, there's nothing much going on except Shanu getting eliminated by Mom.
Yeah, and we're looking at what NG is up to. I think they've seen the car of Syndicate, and yeah, they're just trying to puncture some holes into the wheels, so it's gonna be unusable. But all the while, Leons does get eliminated off completely, and now we're down to 7 teams and 23 players standing in the map. And just taking a look at the leaderboards, I mean, OPZ is down to 1 player, and I think that's still Bot Bro, still alive even until now. But a while ago, I did see a grenade exploding, but all the while in another part of the map, it's SDMZ versus AKAZAYA, and one after the other, AKAZAYA loses their players. Mono gets knocked out, but at least there's still 2 players standing, and I think Mono can get they can get revived, but SDMZ, they're definitely not gonna make that happen, bombarding them with grenades, and the damage isn't really connecting. But right now, Maha is taking a lot of damage. Very low on health. I think they have the opportunity to go ahead and heal, but nope, definitely not happening. Maha is already knocked down, and Mahu is also in trouble. And so with that, SDMZ only has to worry about 1 more person, and AKAZAYA will be wiped out from the map. And so with that, OB1, Crossers out. Grenades in from all sides of SDMZ. This is a 4 versus 1 essentially, and with that, I think that was a finisher. Mahu finally falls, and SDMZ bags those eliminations, and it's over that though. TMZ versus La Familia 1 versus 1. The trade off, and with that, La Familia Research also says goodbye.
And now they're down to the last five teams. But Syndicate, on the other hand, also trying to take an engagement right here, just really connecting those shots. But he got hit by the vehicle, which just got put him down. And we could be seeing a Syndicate being eliminated unless they can keep this one alive. They can survive this one. I mean, you're against a vehicle. What really can you do at this point? And you're also against the play zone. So again, it just really depends on how you're gonna survive this on out, but I guess that will be too late, as Syndicate would be eliminated, taking 5th place.
Syndicate is gonna be eliminated, but again and again, TM7 is there, really playing consistently today. If this will be their third winner chicken dinner of the day, I'm flabbergasted to see their performance just going on a spike like this. But nope, you're not gonna go get that winner chicken dinner, Admiral, and then he is gonna go back to the lobby. But yeah, it's still a nice run with them on this match. But yeah, for now on, 3 teams is left. Hayabusa giving a nade to OPZ bot, bro. Nade is stripped, and then 2 nades connect. And oh my god, Pythons getting the nades connected. And oh my god, what a play by them. 2 teams is left. Team DND and Team Sodam Esports. Hayabusa pushing it in. But oh my god, Agent being the DMZ just going on an entry with an amazing car attraction, just like in Fast and Furious. I think that's a great reference for their car closing out the game. And yeah, congrats for them for getting the winner chicken dinner at our 4th game of the day. And this is a DND or SDMZ DND getting the winner chicken dinner. Really looking forward for the winner chicken dinner team stats after the game. But yeah, from now on, I guess this is a really nice addition to them. But yeah, I think they're too late if they're just getting the momentum of the game or the tempo of the game just on the last day. But this is it. The winner chicken dinner team stats: 3 from Python, 1 from Poison, 1 from Nami, 2 from Hayabusa. They definitely didn't carry much around for the eliminations. But yeah, for now on, they played as a team. And yeah, that clearing on the end of the game makes them the team that is deserving the chicken dinner on our Sanhok.
And I think what really mattered for the side of D&D is that their survivability in this map is absolutely great. I mean, 7 eliminations is still pretty good, but on the other hand, the fact that they stayed a 4-man team until the end, that just turned the tides on them, gave them a really huge advantage towards the end, and that gave them the winner chicken dinner. And it's no joke to win a game, because that's 10 placement points already just for surviving, just for being the last team to be standing. So yeah, I mean D&D definitely 17. I believe that would be 17 points from this map. And Sanhok, I mean, this is their third to the last chance to put the name to themselves in the leaderboards. And moving on, it'll be a Miramar and Erangel, and after that, that would be pretty much the final leaderboards. But yeah, we're taking a look at the head-to-head. It's D&D versus Syndicate, and the damage is definitely weighing more towards the side of Syndicate. But the eliminations, that goes the same as well. But in the end, it's D&D that really survived until the end. 15 minutes and 47 seconds, in fact. Quite a small amount of time. I think this is a pretty fast Sanhok map, and then anyways, that's like comparing it to Miramar and Erangel, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is the MVP. This is Syndicate's Bogobe with a whooping 9 eliminations. I mean, we're talking about D&D having 7 eliminations, and this guy all by himself gets 2 more than a whole squad. And that's a 671 damage, survival of 14 minutes, knocks 5, heals of 258. And wow, Syndicate, absolutely crazy. I think this is gonna affect the leaderboards really well, and that's something I'm really looking forward to later.
And yeah, here we have our top players for match number 16. But again, Bogobet to be followed by Botbro, Pythons, Yash, and Agent 27 from SDMZ, which gotta give props to them for really giving it their all as well, especially now that we're down to the last 2 games. And yeah, I mean, starting now, the last 3 games would be the game changer moment from these teams. DMD still will be ranked first for this match with 17 points, to be followed by Syndicate with 14, 11 points going to OPZ, 10 points for SDMZ, and 7 points for VETM7.
Yep. Following up, there's Club Leon with 6, La Familia with 5, SDMZ Lechi with 5, AKAZAYA with 4, NRS with 3, Lance with 3 Eater, CYANIDE with 2, Game Over, Decimation, FMS, DND Extreme with 1, and LF SKYFORCE with 0. And this is it, guys. The teams that are really playing for tonight. And yeah, let's just see the next asset. And I think that's not the overall rankings, but yeah, we're still gonna see the overall rankings indeed, guys. But yeah, like I say, with 180, SDMZ with 161, OPC 154, TM7 with 146, Sky with 123. Seeing the top 5, the hashtag 2 and hashtag 3, hashtag 4 is still really fluctuating. Only AKAZAYA that plays really well. But yeah, we can see TM7 as a new contender indeed, coming in hot with 3 chicken dinners. But yeah, following with up with Sky with 123, Cynet with 98, Game Over with 84, Lance with 70, Sin with 68, Leon with 63, LF with 61, NRS with 60, LHC got 50, DND got 47, DCM got 42, and Extreme got 41 elimination. But yeah, moving on, we could see the overall terminators of the event. And yeah, I think it's post match 16, so I guess we could see that teams are just really or players just really having that high threshold of eliminations from now on. But yeah, let's see what's coming up next. But yeah, this is it. Our overall top players getting Manu with 34, Batbor with 35, STMC Agent with 29, Mahu with 29, Bugab with 32. I guess from now on, or from this match and coming up ahead with 2 more matches, Agent must get more elimination if he wants to stay here. But yeah, I guess that's it for the overall top players, and we are gonna go to our match schedule of today. And yeah, looking back, we have got 2 winner chicken dinners from the same team, and that's from TM7 with 25 and 24 total points, and CND as our opener winner chicken dinner team for the first match of the day with 19, and DND got 7 eliminations, making them having only 17 total points for this one. That's not a big amount of a winner chicken dinner information that we could got. But yeah, we have match 17 and match 18, 2 more match left to go. And what do you think for the next match, Mike?
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna answer. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead,
yeah.
Mike.
No. You do it. You do it.
I mean, what I'm expecting for Miramar, it's probably gonna be the same, and yeah, I mean, typical Miramar, typical slow pace game, and a lot of waiting out, and we already know how these teams play, but hopefully, since it's the last 2 chances, maybe they'll be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more risky. And so I want something exciting, guys, something exciting for the last 2 maps. But before we witness that, of course, we will be moving on to a short break. So we'll be seeing you guys in a few minutes.
जानो तो एक है राके तो एक हथियार उतर के हमला दी फुरने लाफा दुआ क्या गादा ना तोरो बैबा कुरा bakudaga dura mujiyaru kamgulu wala fura kakabara tutaveni hanguramata kafaski jeheni Rival sa fight puraveni diva ikko team king puraveni ngabadan kaku gaming kakature kaku bedi kakapa puraveni fahumi haka kit puraveni divani mi mage mahal mage raja mi mage matal
Welcome to Intermission.
The Gamers Man.
What is up, guys? We are now back, and here we have finally our caster. He's been manifested already. He's not just a voice. He's not just your conscience. He is your Sam's, and of course, we are back into to witness the second to the last game for this tournament. To know which teams will be taking the top 4 places and which team will also be the winner. We're Shotcasters once again. I'm Mike, and with me is Annie and Sam.
Yes, guys, we're here. And I'm Mike. And that's Sam's. But yeah, this is it. We're going in our next game. And I guess
Train wreck.
yeah, and I guess we'll be going on Miramar in a few moments. Yeah. But we could see here there's Moik, there's Annie, there's Sam. Hi Sam, how are you doing there? I hope you're good. But yeah, I guess on the Miramar now, I don't know if we're gonna see any points available, but yeah, if we could see any points, that would be a really easy tracker for us to see like teams how are they going, how are they developing. But yeah, if the event just shows their match rankings, I guess it's gonna be a puzzle for everyone. But without further ado, guys, this is our fifth match of the day, and it's at El Miramar. And yeah, let you guys enjoy the game. And the flight path is from Oasis to Puerto Paraiso.
Yeah, and I love the flight path. I mean, there's a lot of western parts of Miramar that are pretty they're pretty inaccessible from this flight path. But yeah, definitely if the circle goes into the western part, all they have to do is go ahead and get those vehicles. But right now, it's just giving the 16 teams a little less more room to move about. So this is gonna be really fun. I mean, hopefully this game goes by really fast because Miramar, in its traditional fashion, it takes a while for something to happen because it's such a big map. But I think here in our drop-off point, we're seeing two different squads. I think that's Club Leon's, and actually there are three squads. There's a light pink and there's a dark pink as well. So it's possibly maybe La Familia. I can't quite see it. And then the light pink is probably LHC. But we're gonna be finding out really soon who will get the best guns at this point and who will pick off who. because this drop off point's not gonna be coming out without any bloodshed. And with that, we're seeing the circle as well. It's gonna close in towards the central, towards the western part as well. And almost half of that circle is already filled with people. But yeah, going back to where Club Leons has landed, yeah, it's definitely LF and the dark pink, and also LHC with the light pink. So they're not engaging yet, but all the while in the other part of the map, TM7 actually finds NRS and finishes Toxic off.
And again, that place was just. I mean, in my games personally, that place would really be just filled with a lot of people. So I do understand, but it's also quite intriguing to see now that we're into the second to the last game, and here we have already a very aggressive take on this map. And with Leons, they're already taking a few members down. They could be looking for more, but Axams also the rest of Club Leons would be hunting them down, and I think they're gonna be doing a clean wipe from this point forward. But yeah, just a matter of finding which team, which enemy who will surprise them and who will eventually give them those points.
Enemies ahead. Enemies ahead. Work out. Work out. That's the sound of the in-game that I'm really describing it in my head, because it was really chaotic from the position of Club Leon. But yeah, from now on, we can see LF Viper indeed at the front of Team Club Leon. Scalpo right now is just waiting, and I think Scalpo is just waiting for the momentum to come. But yeah, I think Club Leons, they're on a setup that's, I think they're gonna hold 1 point of the compound and not go anywhere. But yeah, at the other side, we could see a third party right here, SDMZ. Let's see, I mean, the third team on this three-way showdown. But yeah, I guess from now on, Matt Boy is still just waiting, and I guess teams are not really doing something really eager for, or they're not doing something impactful for a fight. Yeah, but for now on, that's Miramar, and I guess holding or just completely defensive in one compound is obviously normal. But I guess they couldn't do it for a long time, because from now on the time is ticking. The zone is wanting to close. But yeah, Mintox with his S12K, with his Uzi, just waiting for the momentum to come in again and again. I think if there are no knockouts as soon as we could know it, I think this will be a bad thing. Either this will be a backstabber for Team Leons or Team LF, or just even for both.
Yeah, and we're all looking out what happens with Club Leons and LF. And there's actually also VTM7 out at the distance, but I think it's a little bit far for that. I think they don't have to worry about TM7 just yet. But after, if ever La Familia and Club Leons ever get this engagement in, they're definitely gonna attract a lot of attention, and that would include VTM7. I think that one person from VTM7 is just scouting about, because I can only see one person. But yeah, we're looking at Leons. They're not making moves. They're not making noises with their footsteps. And on the other hand, La Familia is making a lot of noise and giving away their information. But still, Leons is not acting on it. I think they're gonna go in for the push. I can't quite see it because there's 2 floors to this building, so I'm not sure where everyone's at. But yeah, this is potentially gonna be a really big deal if ever La Familia suddenly walks into Leon's, and especially if they walk into Axams and Aim God, because they're 2 versus if you're gonna be all alone, it's gonna be a really bad time. But yeah, I think La Familia, they have a plan, but after all that, La Familia does not find anyone from Club Leons.
Not just yet, and Club Leons again still trying to fight this against La Familia, and I think, I mean, these 4 players are just standing still while the rest of La Familia are kind of, they do look like they're moving panic. They were panicking, so like maybe they were thinking, okay, are they okay or something, or what, like. But yeah, I think in this area we're still gonna be waiting on that one. We're still gonna be, of course, like I love the animation of the feet. It was too fast, and it was swift.
You
But
like feet?
no, hey,
Oh, what
okay,
the hell? Yo, 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 yo.
hey, don't expose me like that. Okay, I'm just joking, guys. Everyone.
Yeah, but
Oh my god.
boy, I think it's really are really it's really spooky for one of the teams because if you don't know it, like when you just play there or you just play at Hacienda del Patron, one of the players is waiting for you at the side when you're taking a car or when you're just rotating, like when Minto is just waiting here, he's not making any steps and he's just waiting for a player to come. It can give you heart attack as soon as you know it. But yeah, I think players from here and there would get it sometimes. But yeah, from now on, it's the matter of time. Who gets the heart attack? Is it a god or a Team 11? But yeah, the other side, SDMZ is also playing. Guess with his speed, he's gonna go around, but no, he can't do it. He wouldn't get an elimination for Team DCM Hayabusa. At the other side with the nade, he's gonna pop off some nades indeed, but yeah, from now on popping off to the downhill, but he couldn't see nothing. I guess he doesn't get any information, but yeah, I think one of the players of DCM is getting picked off from time to time.
Yep, and Decimate down in a pretty bad spot. I mean, Hayabusa is just getting those free shots against them, but they will be attempting. That's a good idea. I don't know what they were thinking, but Hayabusa definitely gets a revenge killed by someone out there from the other side, in Decimate. But yeah, Decimate, they are on a split push. And I think Ling got knocked down as well, so Decimate will have to send another person to revive the two of them. But LHC, once again, I think they are a little bit nearer towards the side of TM7 rather than La Familia just a while ago alongside with Club Leons. But I think GAMEOVER is also gonna join the fray. Yeah, several parties in this area, and this is gonna be really fun, especially once those guns go blazing, and exactly that is happening. Finally, La Familia Esports finds Club Leons, but Senzu is gonna be in trouble. Oh my gosh, he actually gets those shots down. Make it a 1 versus 1, but Senzu finally falls, takes so much damage, will be finished off, and now it's all up to Asen from La Familia Esports to do something about the situation. But the fact is, Club Leons has control over this building, so it's gonna be a little bit hard. But then again, Aim God is the only one standing. They have to revive Minto, Kalpo, and it got confirmed. But at the end, finally, Aim God lives up to their name. Finally eliminates La Familia Esports completely, and now they have the opportunity to go ahead and revive Kalpo as well as Axams.
Yeah, and I think it really showed that it was a little bit hard. That's what she said, but like back to the game. One member from Extreme would also be going down, and yeah, we're gonna be waiting for more engagements later on. I mean, it's still stage number 2. The danger zone don't really hurt that much yet, while the members are also pretty much spread out from the map. Unless we have here from LHC, one member also going down, and they could be forced to go in for a fight right here unless they could escape this place, which I think VETM7 will not allow that to happen. But yeah, I think right now we're gonna be going to a vehicle killer here, and Lucidity will find Eddie down. However, Admiral will help his teammates and will go for the revenge. Leons, however, I think that was Axams. He also finds one right there, that's the kill feed. And yeah, VETM7 currently healing their teammates right here, especially that he is the last member. And after they secure that one, then definitely they can move on to the next stage. Which again, VETM7, they have to stand their ground. They have to hold this one out for long. And DCM, however, will also be eliminated as the second team for this game.
Yeah, they want it long. She wanted long. But yeah, for now on, SDMZ DND can't play for so long because they have only 2 players available. They have 2 players left. But yeah, going back to Team V, to SDM7, I think they're doing a nice thing for now on. But yeah, seeing Team OPC Esports, one of the teams that are currently fluctuating. But yeah, look at that, guys. We're not seeing overall rankings again. I bet we're gonna see the match rankings indeed. Obviously with 4, Leons with 5, Lily with 4, and so on and on. And yeah, for now I guess teams are really on a do-or-die situation, especially for Team AKAZAYA, TM7, OPZ, and yeah. But I personally, I think OPZ, I don't know, I just got this feeling that they wouldn't be on the top 2 or even on the top 3 of this event because they are not in their maximum prime performance indeed. But yeah, seeing it as AKAZAYA indeed, we can see that they are on they're on a race to face, not a face to face. They can see Team Sin there. They're just really waiting it out, just really seeing Team Sin, just doing a screening indeed. But yeah, for now on, Team 11 AKAZAYA just holding on. But NRS Munsif at at the other side of the map, at San Martin Hill, I guess, they're gonna clash with Team Leons.
Yeah, just keep holding. I'm just kidding. I can't sing, guys. But yeah, NRS, they have Lons Esports in their vision. But yeah, Munsif manages to dodge those bullets by hiding behind this boulder. I mean, this landform rather. I don't think it's a piece of stone. It's definitely not a boulder. But yeah, Munsif, they have 3 people left on the side of NRS, and Lons Esports, I think they're also 3, and Lozums is quite low in health as well. So I think this is gonna be a long-ranged battle between the 2 teams. And so with that, we're gonna be waiting a lot because NRS, I think they're trying to play it safe as well, because they're taking a lot of damage as well, because Lons Esports, they have that good aim and they have a vehicle to kind of hide behind, and they're also close by each other. So if ever someone gets knocked down, it's probably gonna be an easy revive. But yeah, speaking of which, Naji gets confirmed by Awaken, and that's 1 point to the side of NRS.
Definitely. And with that, once again, NRS still has their fighting chance right here. And, you know, they could be looking for more kills as well. But, oh, actually, from afar, he shoots Matu down the grenade to follow that up as well, hoping to find those 2 down. And, yep. Actually, nope. It was a different kill up in the kill feed. But looking back, once again, NRS also playing this one safely. Will find a vehicle moving away from that, so they will make it out alive. Aksams, on the other hand, would fall down. And that will be it for now. Yash would also move down as well and would fall down. Would need some backup from his teammates. And Awaken now trying to awaken as well. And trying to shoot them with those bullets still not connecting. But you know, definitely these teams for now, NRS, they do have the higher ground advantage, so they have the chance later to fight it.
Yeah, but Mike, you're doing it so bad. It should be like
Who's rushing it?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It should be like that. Like, yeah. You need to have the intonation like yeah. But yeah, for now on, we can see Team OPZ flying out in the blue. But yeah, for now on, we can see one of the players from Team OPZ is giving a defense from the inner zone. But from now on, I think Team OPZ, they must have certain informations to push. But yeah, VE E2S team, the team that has give us tremendous impact or tremendous performance before. I think they're on a shutdown for now on, and Admiral with no heals, with just utilities. I think he's gonna try to push, but he is using one of his last bandage, and I think he would just go back. And I don't really think for him giving the players to just eliminate him is a nice move. I think he would be better off if he dies in the zone, because teams will not able to get the elimination indeed. But yeah, at the other side we could see Team OPC, they're just fighting it in, but Aman with his fiery molly indeed getting that 1 elimination and eliminating Team 7. I really don't know what happened about TM7 from now, but yeah, I guess they're going to the lobby for sure. And OPZ, they got 8 elimination, making Team OPZ, I think, they could elevate a little little by little from the games that they have played. But yeah, for now on, Team CYANIDE, Masky and it connects, but Masky wouldn't be knocked down yet because Masky, he's a smooth operator. And yeah, for now on, I guess Sanhok and Sam and Shuishi and Blanky, they're just gonna give some initiation. They're gonna lock their positions for sure. But yeah, for now on, I guess they're just gonna sit down. They're just gonna be like lizards on the desert. Yeah, they're just gonna hold it up, and they're gonna do nothing except just seeing them down there.
They're gonna be basking in the sun like the salamanders on the desert. But yeah, that's basically what's happening right now, especially for the teams that they're choosing to wait their time, to wait for more information and better circumstances before really committing to these engagements. And yeah, we're seeing SKYFORCE, they find on their side against the CYANIDE. But yeah, AKAZAYA is also getting shot at by SKYFORCE. Slowly but surely getting those shots in, and it's all about confirming now. And I think he'll probably pretty good angle at this point. Once that car explodes, yeah, pretty much Manu will get confirmed, and that's a 1 point to the side of Soli. But I think Soli's Soli? That was Soma shooting the car, but I guess it's a team effort, and that's what matters at this point. I think Poki finds another player. That would be someone from CYANIDE up in the hill, but I don't think those bullets are connecting, so they'll have to find another way to get to them.
Definitely, but of course, 16 minutes already into the game, 10 teams already remaining now. Lawns, on the other hand, holding, trying their best to keep themselves alive with the last member still trying to make the most of it. But looking at the points right now, OPZ looks like they have most of the points, to be followed by NRS and DND with 4. The rest are 1, and SDMZ, AKAZAYA, Syndicate, and Lawns are 0. What I noticed about AKAZAYA though is they're kind of laying low right now. I mean, definitely. I mean, in early days they were usually active as well, so it really is gonna be a challenge for them to gather a lot of points from this point forward, because they could make it to the top 4 or maybe even into the top 2 spots. But you know what? Definitely for these teams, they're just really hungry for blood already. Especially, I think others that will not be able to secure a spot in the top 4 will just try their best to disrupt a lot of those fights later on and to make it a very hard challenge for that one. But here, SKYFORCE, they're just trying to look for targets. Pockety almost finds at 1, but he was just hiding under that part of that mountain range, so he wasn't really just spotted. But yeah, they're inside a circle though, so that is all good for them.
Yeah, but either you get killed or you kill. That's the thing that you do at the last day and the last 2 matches. But yeah, let's just like what Mike just said. Teams are just going to hold up. They're gonna rotate. But yeah, for now on SDMZ, we can see them doing an entry near Team Silent, and I guess that's a really nice entry, but a really high risk entry too, because you could see that I think SDMZ, they could get better position at the other parts of the map, but seeing CND at the split right now, Shanu gets an vision to Team OPZ, but as you can see, the zone is gonna go. Many of the entry points are just still available right there, but Shanu indeed tipping the elimination for Team OPZ, getting to knock the deal with his S12K and his AUG, and I think that's a really nice play from Shanu indeed, giving some nades up front, wanting to confirm or even find more eliminations, and that nade would just go up front, and yeah, that balls of nade wouldn't explode on point. But yeah, from now on, I think Shanu, he's off alone and not with his friends. Like when I said CND is in a split, but yeah, I think for now on, CND getting 1 elimination or just getting 2 knocks already, I think that's a really nice move. That's a really nice play with 0 risk actually for them to get that. But yeah, I guess they should hold it first. They shouldn't be too greedy at our last 2 matches. But yeah, right now let's see what's going on, because Blangy holding on one of the players of Sodam's Esports. But from the other part of the map, you can see that other teams are actually on a close quarter combat right now, or on a 4v4 situation. But yeah, for now on, Naim is just gonna hold it from the back of a truck. They are not in the zone, and the zone is closing in particularly 15 seconds to 16 seconds. Yeah, but yeah, time is ticking for now on. Maya or Maha giving some initiations, but Maha getting Blanky with his or her actually minute 14. And I guess Ma making just ways to do entries for Team AKAZAYA, and I think Maha and AKAZAYA, it would be a really nice hand to have for them. And I think she's one of the playmakers of Team AKAZAYA indeed. But yeah, for Mahu instead, you can see he is just holding agents at the top, giving the initiation from the top, making from AKAZAYA, just getting much more one initiation, is getting it. But oh my god, Danny with his AUG action, giving a comeback for Team AKAZAYA indeed. But yeah, from now on, Maha at the other side is also seeing Zahyu. Zahyu is going to have a nade from Maha, and that's it. The nade is connected, but Donnie from the backside of the game, from the backside of the map, he is eliminated. The one last woman standing from Team AKAZAYA. He or she is gonna push, but moving on the other side, Team Sky is at his face, and yeah, he's just going to go to the lobby. But it's a different story for one of the players available, and that's Maha. If Maha can get them in this point, if they're just not attentive and Maha just sprays them, it could be a squad wipe for her. But yeah, that's not the case for today's matches.
Yeah, I don't think Maha will take that risk, especially since she doesn't have information that Sky is just kind of looting the place about and probably unaware that Maha is still up and about and running around. But what Maha can do right now is play for placement points. And since considering the fact that there's still several teams that are up and running, I think that's going to be a little bit hard. But as long as the other teams are preoccupied with each other, I think Maha can go ahead and stay alive for AKAZAYA. But for everyone else towards the northern part of the circle and probably the central part as well, I think they're a little bit far from each other. But then again, this is quite a small area. So some long range guns is probably possible as well. I think Cyanide is attempting to shoot at the vicinity of, I believe that's OPZ, and we see actually there is a confirmation on their side. Pretty good shots. Those were connecting bullets. And NRS, I think they're gonna be joining the fray. CND will definitely try this, but still, OPZ on their crosshairs, attempting to wipe out their squad one after the other. Some bullets are connecting, and also Syndicate is definitely not free from Cyanide's sights, and yes, that circle is gonna close in, and everyone is not favored by it. So everyone will be forced to make a move. Cyanide, one goes down on their side, and with that again, they're actually doing quite well, but they just got one player, so let's see how that affects them.
And I think we're gonna be heading on to the last few moments of game number 5, second to the last game for this tournament. And ooh, that was impressive! He just jumped and really went in for the shot and got those kills, they got those dubs, and eventually they will hopefully maybe they can get that win. But yeah, currently 6 teams remaining, and the circle is still giving them an equal advantage to use it to cover their to hide and really just use it for protection. But yeah, for now, all of these teams are still pretty much just waiting it out here, using the smokes to their advantage. And while waiting as well, then definitely those other players could go in for an aggressive kill, an aggressive approach. But definitely, this is second to the last game. They will really have to be 10,000 times more careful, which is why they will not risk exposing themselves out in the open.
Oh, but yeah, from now on, Pakate, they're gonna go for an entry to zone. But oh my god, just look at the zone, guys. It is a really nice. It was a really nice zone. Seeing it now, team game over, and that was game where now is just really on a tight space. Oh my god, team and SKYFORCE getting an initiation by initiation for them, but I think there's nothing they can do. NRS, I think they will get an elimination. Game over, but on the other side, Team Cyanide Shui getting one more elimination, making Team Cyanide have 9 elimination, and Cyanide slowly but surely conquering the game. But CND and NRS Sky, this is the top 3 teams available, and the highest percentage going to Team Sky. I guess Team Sky is just gonna be as aggressive as they could be. Mansif with his ghillie suit and his tactical techniques like a lizard, but yeah, I think he couldn't hold it well. But yeah, that's it. 2 teams left, and I think this will be winner chicken dinner for Team LF Sky, which is wait for it. Then yeah, that's it. A really nice confirmation from the downside of the hill, just giving the shots, just giving the perfect angles, and that's it. A winner chicken dinner for Team LF SKYFORCE. And yeah, this is it. We're wrapping up our 5th match of the game. Actually, this Miramar is not as boring as we expected. It's not like yesterday's kind of boring where Annie could even read a passage. But yeah, for now on, Team Sky, congrats for getting that winner chicken dinner. And yeah, I guess games from now on, going to the last maps, going to the last or the ending parts of the day, games are just getting colorful and colorful.
Yeah, and what makes it even more special is that I don't think they'll be revealing the leaderboards for this last map. I don't know with the next map, but yeah, definitely this one it's a bit of a mystery. We saw the leaderboards a while ago. It omitted a lot of information, but I'm really excited to see how this one map will go ahead and affect the standing of Skyforce. I love Skyforce, but yeah, we are seeing the team stats of that. Soli with 3, Toma with 4, Anish with 1, and Poketi with 5. Decent amount of damage as well coming in for all of them. Toma almost crosses the 500 point mark, in fact, and Poketi as well with the 400 point mark. And so, this is match number 17. Once again, it's gonna be match number 18, the final map later on. And so for all of these teams, they do have to do their best. And Skyforce, they definitely did a really good job. I mean, 7 plus 5, 12, 13 eliminations plus the winner chicken dinner. That's about 23 points from this just one map. I forgot where they stood last in the leaderboards, but definitely 20 plus points will do a lot towards your ranking. But yeah, these are your match summaries: 59 eliminations, 62 knockouts, 5k healings, almost 6k, 1 grenade, and 1 vehicle elimination, and 27 assists. um Pretty good match summary, but I'm really excited to see what the leaderboards are later on. But for now, it's the head to head. Skyforce versus CND. Weighing more to the side of CND is the damage, and still the elimination is more onto Sky with a 4 more, and survival time is just 10 seconds difference, and the total points 15 for Cyanide.
Yeah, and while we're at it as well, here we have our MVP, Pokety 17 from LF Skyforce. Well, 5 eliminations, 397 damage, 2 assists, 3 knocks, and 86 heal. Congratulations to Pokety 17 for bagging this MVP for this match, and definitely for the rest as well. We have Shisui from Cyanide, Thomas 77K from Skyforce, Criminal from NRS, and Hayabusa, our I don't know, our Hayabusa, our player from Genbi, which again, of very good job to you all, guys. Props to you all for really bagging it out here and trying your best, especially now that we're down to the last few games of the tournament. But yeah, here we have our rankings as well. After Sky, that's gonna be followed by Cyanide Esports with 15, LENION NRS with 11, 8 points for OPZ Esports, SDMZ DND, and 5 points for Club Leons, and the rest goes on and on.
Yep, but this is it, the match rankings. We are gonna go to our next match really soon, and this is it. Let me just give you guys a review or just a sight for what we have been through. But the first match going on, we got Cyanide as the winner chicken dinner team, followed by back-to-back winner chicken dinner by Team TM7, boosting them at the overall rankings, following up with Team DND, following up with Team Sky for this match with 23 total elims. Teams has been begging up elims. Teams has been bagging up points from our first match of the game or even for the first day. So guys, please leave us a comments of the teams you are definitely going to support, and leave us a comment of what do you think of the team that could win. But yeah, if teams can back points up, I could back you up. So guys, we're gonna go for a break and we'll see you really soon.
है जानू तो एक ही है racket एक ही हथियार उतर के हमला दी फुरड़ी लाफा दुआ क्या गादा ना तरुण बैकura fuma da bakuda gadura मुझे यारो कम को दूर वाला फुरा Kaka para tutte veni Hakura mata ka faski che veni They will survive for veni Diva ikko team king gule veni Nga badam kaku he gaming Kaka ture kaku he bedi Kaka pa e hure veni Fahumi heka kikkure veni Divu vani mi mage mahal Mage raja mi mage matal
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Land.
Hey guys, why am I gone? What is going on? But yeah, we here we are. I don't know where I'm gone, guys. But yeah, here we are after 3 days of non-stop action, unforgettable moments, and we are coming down in this very last match. Indeed, we're going to go at our OG map again and again. We're gonna go at Erangel, and everybody knows this map. Everybody has been playing it ever since. But yeah, let's just see what's gonna happen soon. Let's just see what's gonna happen really, really fast coming in. But yeah, I guess teams are just now waiting. I think the stage is set. Teams are on the planes. But yeah, I guess here it is. I'm back. But yeah, this is it. This is the moment that we are all waiting for. But yeah, from now on, let's see. This is the last match, final chance, and there is only one champions available. Without further ado, let's drop in. But before we drop it in, what do you think, Annie?
Yeah, I mean, this is the last chance. This is match number 18, and this is what all of these teams have been working hard for. Finally, we are down to the last leg of this grand finals. And I mean, for a lot of these teams, I think they already accepted their fate that they have absolutely no chance, especially like the top five teams. They have like at least 100 points. And there's some teams towards the second half of the leaderboards, probably like the 50s. So it's a little bit hard to work with. But of course, they won't be going home with empty handed. They'll have the experiences with them. I mean, maybe the real treasure is it's the friends that we made along the way, kind of thing. Yeah, with that. So what we're really excited for is the top teams. I mean, I think it's still a little bit volatile towards maybe the top three, top four, top five. There's still some teams that can get overtaken. And considering the fact that we didn't see the leaderboards in the previous map, it's going to be a little bit more exciting. So, yeah, so far that's my thoughts. And for me, AKAZAYA, they're probably still in number one, probably. But as for number two, I'm not too sure. That's why I'm really excited for this last map.
And yeah, I mean, definitely, we are very much as excited as you are, guys, because again, this is the last game of the tournament. This is the decider map for all of these teams. I mean, maybe for the top eight, but you know what? It is gonna be the decider. It matters the most. It is game changing for the whole tournament, especially for season one, which will really set up the standards for the upcoming challengers for the next seasons. Which, you know what, again, thank you everyone as well. You like, comment, and share the stream. But of course, we do enjoy as well. I mean, looking at the counter now, Sam really looks like he enjoys the streams and Annie as well. But yeah, I mean, definitely that's it. You're gonna be witnessing the last game for all of these teams to eventually finally lock on and secure their rankings.
Yeah, but before that, we have a really special announcement for you guys that we just know 1 minute before we start. But yeah, this is Contender Series for the qualification system. All teams are eligible to participate in all four Contender Series. So throughout the year, we're gonna have four Contender Series with us, three of you. We're gonna be there with you for each Contender Series. But yeah, top four teams will qualify for UGF, or U Team Ultimate Gaming Festival of 2027, making a total of 16 qualified teams. Two from the Contender Series in 2025, two from Contender Series in 2026, and UG27 in the early 2027. If that team has already qualified for UG27 finishes, and they're in the top team again, the next year's ranking will always take the qualifying spot, and that makes a really nice competitive scene, or ecosystem actually. But yeah, for the overall point system, they are trackable and an overall point stable that is earned from all of the Contender Series, and this table will determine like the best PUBGM team, best clan, MVP, my best partners, and many more. But yeah, this is it. The UGF 27 also have the biggest prize pool, and UGF 20 sorry, the UGF 27 is also having a bigger prize pool significantly than UGF 2025. They have a bigger stage with the biggest rewards. But yeah, if there are any changes to the structure, we'll always let you know. But yeah, that's it. The information that we just had really 1 minute ago. And yeah, I guess we're gonna see the matches going to start. And yeah, the flight path going from SMB to Zarki, I think this is a really nice flight path either. But yeah, let's see what is going on. Yeah, okay, to you.
Okay, Drew. Sam will definitely drink some water after that announcement. But yeah, that's exciting news, however. So we did see Ultimate Gaming Festival last year. And last year? Is that right? Yeah, like there were four series, contender series, and then the winners of those four, the qualified teams for those four series, battled it out for a bigger prize pool. And so I think we're starting once again. This is season one of the new contender series that will conclude at 2027. I mean, that's pretty far off, but still it's exciting to think about. But for these teams, however, we saw the flight path a while ago, very biased towards the western side. And to think that the circle is also towards the north in a lot of water. But yeah, we're looking at LHC putting bullets against GAMEOVER Esports. Ryuday gets confirmed out. LHC, they have one elimination so far on their side. That goes to same with TM7 as well. But there's no one in the vicinity. So I guess there was a split push going on a while ago. That goes the same with TM7. I think they're on a split push as well because looking at their lineup, there's still 4 people, but we're only seeing 2 in that place. But yeah, back to the compound. We're seeing LL, Game Over Esports. I think that's LH in the distance. Maskey gets hit down by Nahil with an SMG. Titan trying to see if they can find the pickoff, but it's gonna be a little bit risky, especially since if Titan gets knocked down at this rate, it's actually all over for game over because Rio Day is already eliminated. Maskey needs a revive, and Titan, well, Titan's all alone and surrounded by 2 other squads, hungry, out for blood, looking for those last points before finally concluding these grand finals.
And yeah, we have seen right here a Game Over Esports have also went in for the aggression and takes 49 down, making this into 3 members from the side of LHC. And yeah, for LHC again, they do have a chance to still fight this one, but eventually the chances are getting slimmer for their team. I guess they really just need to group up more. But yeah, currently on the other hand, La Familia Esports also losing 1 member while the other would be needing some backup. Game Over Esports still with their last member. Again, looking at the kill feed, however, we do see that some members have been taking those points, especially from the side of VETM7. But a team will be eliminated. That's gonna be the first team to be eliminated. But yeah, currently in this map, it's just gonna be between Game Over's Titan, the last member, versus La Familia's 3 players and LHC, who I think are slowly just moving out away from this area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just really
Guys,
bored. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
guess they're all really hungry for kills and we're really hungry for love, Mike. But I guess this is it, La Familia Esports now fighting in Primors, and I think La Familia itself has 2 players eliminated. One's coming to the lobby, but yeah. From now on, we can see Senzo from the backside. I think he's gonna do something. I think he's gonna be a game changer. But yeah, from now on, I think he's gonna revive one of the available players. And yeah, Senzo is really hoping for the best. Now he'll at the other side having 3 eliminations already. Last man standing of team Game Over is there, and I think Elechi is gonna go to lobby first. And oh my God, they're really going to lobby fast. Just like my past relationship, but yeah, for now on, I guess Sensei, they're just really waiting on. But yeah, for now on, Senzo, Sensei, and Nahil, he's just going to go little by little. They're not gonna go really fast. They're not gonna go really bad. They're not gonna go to baddie mode for Team LF. But yeah, I guess Team Game Over is really a game over for them. They're just running away, like running from the reality. But yeah, from Shui, from Team CYANIDE Esports of meeting Team OPZ, I think that will be a really nice thing to see. But yeah, for now on, High Sam from CYANIDE Esports, they're just gonna go initiate Team OPZ, but oh my God, that shot is not connecting. I think CYANIDE is not in a really nice position for now on, because you could see one of the first or High Sam is there, but Botbro and Flanky has a really open vision for them.
Yep, and Hytham is getting shot at by Bot Pro, but I'm not quite sure if those bullets actually connected. But OPZ Esports, they're in trouble. They're definitely in trouble. It's just Bot Pro that is still up and alive, and Flanky is probably gonna be finished off with that shot. But actually, that wasn't a shot. Yeah, that was a knife kill on their hands. But Aman definitely needs that revive, but I'm not sure where they're at. But right now we're looking at SDMZ. We saw some bullets coming in, but I'm not too sure where they're from because the minimap isn't giving us that much information. But on the other hand, Club Leon's Minto looting this place up. It looks like they do have 1 elimination on their side, and there's another squad nearby. It's a yellow squad. Yep, that's NRS at the distance. Criminal is out and about getting those shots in, and I love the fact that everyone is pretty much YOLO in this last map. OPZ looking back into the lobby. I mean, this is the 3rd elimination, and it's still 7 minutes into the game, so this is absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm all up for it. Criminal going down, getting they're getting executed right in front of everyone. But yeah, the Leons versus NRS Awaken, the last person standing all alone in the Giorgio Pool bridge. I think they're gonna be in trouble no matter which direction that they're gonna be. I think it's a little bit more safe to just go into the water. But right now we're looking at SDMZ versus Syndicate. There's no lack of excitement right now in this last map. I think everyone should just definitely go to Pochinki and fight it out all in there, because this is the last map. This is the last chance for these teams, especially for the teams vying for a part in order to qualify for the Contender series, for the Ultimate Gaming Festival rather. So this is all really exciting. They have 3 eliminations so far, and it's all Takaru that's left. 1 versus 1, and Takaru gets eliminated, and SDMZ rides away in this fashion after wiping out their whole squad.
Yeah, and definitely after Syndicate will be wiped out from here, we have SDMZ TND, Hayabusa, also trying to get one down. The shot's not connecting, however. Right here, looking at the map though, since this map will be heavily situated on the upper part, then definitely these teams that are at the bottom will have to move to the top, especially the team that is at the bottom. I think that's XTREME. Oh no, that's SKYFORCE. Sorry, I think that is SKYFORCE. You'll have to cross the Snovka military base, up to Pochinki, up to school, but it's so far, guys. You have to move now, and I think the same is done as well with the rest of the teams. I think from GAMEOVER's Titan, I think his goal right here is really to just be a nuisance to those teams that will be fighting later on, and just distract them, really give it a challenge. But yeah, for now the teams are gonna be prioritizing more into finding a place up in the map where they can eventually be safe, and yeah, just try to predict the next circles from this point forward.
But yeah, this is it. Teams are just rotating in and out, like just how I like it. But yeah, for now on, Club Leon, Saksams, they're just going into the zone really fast, and teams are now in an aggressive mode. I'm just wondering why we didn't see this at the first game or for the last 2 days, because this is what really actually wants. But yeah, for now on, Club Leon, same god, Aksams and Kalpo, they have just 2 elimination. But for now on, teams are not actually that aggressive at all. Actually, for TM7 or the SDMZ, I guess they might be really aggressive. But yeah, most of the teams need to go now. Zone is too far already if they want to go. But Toma hitting that Porsche. I think the insurance will not cover it. But yeah, back to the beat, back to the game indeed. Anderson said, and many teams, I guess, are really playing in the slow tempo, and I don't think it's a linking, or I think it's not linking with our last match 5 on match 6 right here. Lasenzo, they're just currently rotating here and there. But yeah, actually they really need to do something so they could go out of the blue and just really do an initiation, because teams are lacking on supplies, teams are lacking on heals, maybe first aids. But oh my god, look at that. GAMEOVER is so back on, so deep on the zone, and yeah, oh my god, this is not a good thing to do, guys. Please rotate wisely. But yeah, from now on, I guess CND going into the zone, LF is also going to the zone. But I'm quite surprised, Zani. Like, no teams is just simply holding up at the choke point of the entry point. But yeah, from now on, teams are just gonna rotate here and there, and maybe they're gonna keep their momentums up onto the last zone.
Yep, and this is gonna be really exciting because that circle is going closer and closer and closer. We're in the stage 2 of the circle, and there's still some teams that are so far off from the next circle, from the next play zone, especially that one team in the Sanhok military base, and of course Titan from GAMEOVER, the last person standing. But yeah, I mean, it's still stage 2, so just get that vehicle and then rotate really fast and have a lot of healing items. I think you'll be fine, but still don't lag any more time, because there's a potential that you'll get gate capped if you wait too long. But yeah, it looks like Lance Esports, they spotted another squad. I think they heard perhaps vehicles out, and they're spotting a lot of movement from a distance. Yeesh is gonna go ahead and try to get that pickoff, but unfortunately they don't really have a clear shot. On the other hand, it looks like Deadshot's getting dead shot right now, not connecting any bullets, however. And Black from XTREME, I think they where the bullets are coming from, and retaliating. I believe it was AKAZAYA Esports, but all the while NRS gets wiped out from somewhere out there in the map. And La Familia, I don't like where they are at, because they're out in the open. But yeah, DMZ also out in the open, getting their shots in, exchanging, and Sensei falls down, potentially getting wipe that. Yep, there we go. La Familia by the hands of Zayu. 2 down on their side, and I think taking a look at the leaderboards, actually, I think there's one last person in La Familia, very low in health. Not sure if they have any healing items or if they're like where they are situated at, but one more push and SDMZ could potentially wipe them out.
Yeah, and eventually, SDMZ possibly, especially that they're complete with 4 players, and again, since they're currently leading for this match, we do have to look at the kill feed as well. XTREME would also be down with 1 member. Yash would also be down with 1 member as well. And
Just
actually,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, currently, Yash will be needing some backup, would be needing some heals, but definitely for this one, Club Leons on the other hand, would try their best to. I think they're just really waiting for possible enemies to go out, and that would actually risk Aimbot being the one who's gonna be aimed at, and you know he's gonna be down. But they're just, I don't know what was happening. 2 cars just ran through this area, so again, I'm just processing the things right here, and while everything is happening, he's just gonna be healing his teammates. And whoop, we have here from VETM7 currently healing. It's gonna be Rifa. And Aksam on the other end would take 1 down. It's gonna be Admiral, which is one of the key players. Kapo goes in, takes Eddie down, and they could possibly eliminate VETM7 and Rifa also getting eliminated, and that would mark the team elimination of VETM7. Currently leading up in the leaderboard for this match is Club Leons.
Chill, daddy. That's the right word to see. That's the right word to say for this situation right now. They're just really not on a chill pill right now. They must take a chill pill because Club Leon's now at the front of them. And oh my god, you can see Team DND being the third party of this fight. But yeah, from now on, we can see Hayabusa getting Najee from the backside. And oh my god, that was a nice knock indeed. Getting 1 elimination for Team Lons again. Or Team 1 knockdown is really going to help them do an entry if they want to push from Team Lons POVs. But yeah, I guess Team Lons for now having their last man standing Lizums is gonna do a revive, but I'm not really sure that revive is gonna give some good initiations. But yeah, for now on, Lizums holding it out. Hayabusa from the other side giving some nades indeed. 2 nades going mew mew, and yeah, for now on they're gonna go in. Oh my god, Luzums! Why did you go out? Because Hayabusa gets Luzums, and Najee, he should raise his hands up because the game is getting hotter and hotter tonight. And oh my god, Najee from the back, and he's gonna get backstab, and he's gonna go to lobby. Poison is there, but I think they're not gonna go very long. But for Leons from the backside is also holding it up, but SDMZ doesn't get the nerves, doesn't get the initiation vibes for Team Leons. They're just gonna spare them maybe, but at DND at the other side, they have also split it into a few parts. But yeah, again and again, going back, everybody after places, and for now, SDMZ has to do a touchdown. Is gonna do a touchdown on the zone, and yeah, that's it. They did a touchdown, and yeah, I think they are gonna find some compounds indeed.
Yeah, and I love this map because it feels like I'm watching a scrims. I mean, everyone was kind of like, "Ah, you know, this is the last map, let's just do whatever we want," and exactly that is happening. I mean, 9 teams left 15 minutes into the game, because in a normal game, in day number 1 and day number 2, 15 minutes into the game, we're still up to 16 teams. That's how defensive, that's how safe they're playing. But right now, I think all of that is being thrown out the window. They're playing bumper cars with their own teammates. I think they're going on to a chase against another squad, but they're a little bit too far off. I think they, yep, I think that's AKAZAYA Esports out at the distance, and SKYFORCE are trying to get as much points as possible. I mean, AKAZAYA Esports, I think they're set off for the leaderboards, and I think they're probably gonna, like, they're pretty safe up there as the number 1 spot, depending on how they did in the last map. But looking at Club Leons, yep, they're doing quite well. They're currently, like, in the top pole position in this map. They already have 7 points to their name, and SDMZ coming in second with 6. So this is gonna be interesting. DND on our screens. There's SKYFORCE at a distance. SDMZ as well, suffering quite a lot. LF gets eliminated. I believe there was only 1 player left anyway, so they got finished off. SDMZ hiding behind these fences with Sky at the distance, and it looks like, yep, SKYFORCE 2 versus 1. Oh, that's actually amazing. But in the end, solely, oh my gosh, there's a lot of things happening. Oh, wait a minute, what's happening? Okay, 2 players down on the side of Sky. They got knocked down, and Focus is still alive. alive. That goes to Toma. Shots. Pokey gets those eliminations in the bag. 3, in fact. And with that, DND says goodbye.
And yeah, there we have it. TND, on the other hand, would be eliminated. 7 teams currently remaining. Club Leon still lead this match. Aim God gets hit while throwing that Molotov down. Will have to move back. Now low on health as well. He will have to heal himself. But the rest of the team still prepared. But you know what? Club Leons, however, are pretty much cornered in this area unless they really have to go inside, which could possibly hurt them. But SKYFORCE, on the other hand, would take that and use it to their advantage to buy their time and heal their allies down.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, that's what that was really a good call as well. That they were just keep on throwing a grenade, so it was a really good call. But for now, Club Leons just keep on throwing that Molotov, hoping to find one. Oxens, on the other hand, being hit by a grenade, will have to move back and will have to respond with his another teammate. Pocket, however, would also fall down from their Molotov. Club Leon's Scalpo could be the next, as he is low enough, but a shotgun will find him a kill. Still, Soli goes down and he will be eliminated. And now he's healing his teammates up. It's gonna be Club Leon still fighting a chance, while SKYFORCE down with his last member.
If you wanna roll, you should keep low key, guys. Because for now, I guess teams are just rolling in and out. They're just giving their best initiations. But to be honest, they have give many initiations indeed for now on. But yeah, I guess for now, Moik and Annie, teams are just going for a fight like the scrims we had seen before. Just like they're just going here and there, pushing here and there. But yeah, for now, teams are on a YOLO. But actually, I've been expecting this performance since the start of the event. But yeah, it's coming to us now, and so on until the game ends. At least it's a really fun game indeed to see and cast. We can see really many moments, but yeah, for now, Club Leons gets many eliminations indeed. I'm actually quite impressed, but yeah, for now, I guess they are still really waiting for some initiations to come. But yeah, for now on, they are gonna go through a really slow phase. I guess they're not gonna rush it up. They're not gonna do an initiation that is really but oh my god, Calvo getting knocked down, and oh my god, SDMZ agent going on the roll, but no, he is gonna get knocked down. Zayu coming up with the buggy as a backup. Can he give a backup? And that's it. Going on the passenger seat, giving that shot, and that will eliminate Team Club Leons to the lobby indeed. And that's it. They have really nice initiation for now on, but yeah, I think they are gonna hold it up. They're not gonna want to play. But now we can see AKAZAYA, okay, giving some shots from the upper side of the hill, and they have no patience indeed. They're just going in, and I think Maha gets it, and I guess teams are just really dominating, and I am really sure that AKAZAYA will get the first place.
I love how it's 20 minutes in the game and we're down to 5 teams. And you're not going to see that in day number 1 and day number 2. With that, we're seeing a lot of open space in this next circle. And there's still several teams scattered all about within the places not eaten up by the blue zone just yet. And so, I mean, Club Leon's had a good run. They got shot down by SDMZ, and now SDMZ's up in the running with double digits in their eliminations. And for everyone else, I think yeah, definitely they're out for blood, they're out for violence, but it's just the problem is they're so far off from each other that they can't really engage just yet. But yeah, we're looking at SkyForce versus someone from CYANIDE, that's CYANIDE Esports. Potentially a 2 versus 1 once Blanky comes up to the picture, but Toma is hiding behind this, yeah, hiding behind that shed all the while we're waiting on. Gosh, Toma. I think he's laughing right now.
Yeah, and currently, while of course the players are already being, I think the players are also fighting as well with our perspectives right here because it's hard to see from what they're doing. But you know what? Four teams still remain with SDMZ, Sky, Game Over Esports, and AKAZAYA, which recalling as well in the past few days. There are a lot of viewers that are also rooting for Akazaya, so this could be their moment, guys. A cheer for them, but definitely, we're still looking at a 1v1, v2, v3, and yeah, currently Akazaya is just rotating this one, looking for better position. Game over, however, would be eliminated, and that he managed to hold that out pretty long. I mean, I remembered he was the last member in an early fight, but now he secured the fourth place for this map. And yeah, the rest of the team still Skyforce down with their last member and SDMZ down with their last two members. It is just that, and I'm just really excited on which team that will win this.
The rest is just history, Smoke. We're just gonna wait and wait and wait and wait for the perfect momentum to come if it's like this, because they are definitely wanting that the winner chicken dinner, because teams are on high stakes right now. And even if actually Akazaya gets the winner chicken dinner in the last game, this will be a perfect match for them. And yeah, from now on, we can see Obi-Wan there just giving some initiations little by little up front. But yeah, from now on, we couldn't see many things actually coming in together. They're just gonna go in, and yeah, they're gonna go for slowly but surely. But yeah, indeed, from now on, they're not doing anything over the top. But for SDMZ, they're gonna go for a flank. They're gonna go for some informations, maybe finding Team Sky at the other part of the map right here. They're gonna flank it out, and that's it. I think this will be real elimination, but no, Jackyu getting knocked down on. Oh my god, Toma! Toma is getting down indeed. Look at that. So we're just getting like, and yeah, I think this is it. A winner chicken dinner for Team LF Akazaya, and this is our champions indeed, guys. LF Akazaya being the champion of the match today, and yeah, congrats for them to get the winner chicken dinner also at the last match of the day. It's really fun seeing this game going on throughout the day, and yeah, I hope teams are going on really nicely for the next events to come. But yeah, nice opening chicken dinner at the first game, I guess, by this team too. And yeah, for now, I guess they're just still really consistent with their game, man. And yeah, after this, we're gonna see many assets coming. We're gonna see our champions. But yeah, for now on, Akazaya gets this winner chicken dinner. But yeah, this is it, guys. The best teams, I guess, for the performance, for the consistency, it goes to them, Manny.
Yeah, I mean, Akazaya has been pretty consistent all throughout this series, this grand finals, and it paid off. It definitely paid off, and they finally won such a chaotic map. And yeah, we're looking at wait, we're looking at their team stats. They only actually have a three eliminations: Mahu with two and Mahu with one. If you can look at the damage, I think I can imagine what Akazaya was doing the entire time. They're kind of just like roaming around doing whatever they want, and they're not really like, either they didn't run into any other squad or they're just like having fun. And I hope the teams had as much fun as us casting that. It was such a refresher. It's such a refreshing feeling to see the teams, let go of getting so defensive and just going all out. And there were some really funny moments at that point, especially the ones where like the person from CYANIDE crawls all the way to Toma from SKYFORCE. Is like, you know what? Just end me already, dude. Just kill me already. But yeah, this is the head-to-head SDMZ and Sky. And SDMZ has 2k damage, Sky 1.5 damage, eliminations 12 and SDMZ. I believe this is the best one yet. And Sky with 9 in this map, by the way, and Sky with 9. Total points 18 and SDMZ and Sky with 14.
And yeah, there we have it once again, SDMZs and Skyforce being that compared to head. But yeah, here we have our MVP as well with Azayu from SDMZ Esports with 5 eliminations and almost a 1,000 damage as well and 3 assists. Now again, props to them really for putting up a big fight as well and for really winning. Of course, being this MVP for this game. And yeah, while we're at it as well, we also have other top players with Axams from Club Leons, Calpo and Thomas 77K from Skyforce, Asian 27 from SDMZ Esports.
But this is it. Teams, this is the top players of the match. Not for the overall, but let's see what's coming up after this because I'm really betting that we can see the second runners up. Oh,
Oh, oh, guys, you lag. You lag.
yes,
It's
yes, they
your
like.
lag, guys.
No, no, it's a scam. It's a scam, guys. Don't believe that. Okay, the point says, nah, it's not that. But yeah,
Nah.
for this one, I guess, yeah, SDMZ gets 18 total points. LF Skyforce got 14, Azakaya got 13, Leon's got 11, Cyanide got 7, Game Over got 6, VSTM7 got 5, La Familia got 4, it's the same for STMZ DND, OBZ Sport got 2, FMSD and Extreme got 2, LHC got 2, NRS got 1, Lons got 1, Syndicate and Decimation got 0. Oh my god. This is it. We're gonna see something really, really fast, something spooky. But I guess someone is getting fired now. But yeah, yes, this is today's match. I know you're laughing so hard, but this are today's matches. CND opening up the game. Back to back winner winner chicken dinner by TM7, getting DND Eater with our 16 match at Sanhok, followed up by Sky and AKAZAYA with the winner winner chicken dinner closing the day. But yeah, AKAZAYA is closing the day with the winner winner chicken dinner. And I really bet that they are also going in as the champions indeed. But yeah, for now on, we could see what's coming up next because I'm really thinking like what should come up next, guys? Not there's nothing right. Yeah, let's just see what our producers is gonna give us. And yeah, I'm gonna dig it in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Radio Nations MV. But this is our second runners up of Radio Nation MV Gamers Land Esports Contender Series Season 1. And it's OPC Esports with
Whoa!
Yay!
164 points. Congrats for them getting the second runner up with 101 elims and 63 placement points with 2 winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, and what now? I really want to know who the first runner-up is gonna be. And with that, that is gonna be. I think the assets are ready. So first runner-up will be. You guys can't hear. You guys can't hear, but we're using the soundboard right now with all the claps. Yep. First runner-up is SDMZ
Oh,
Esports with
SDMZ.
181 total points. Oh man, they had a good run, especially the past 2 maps. So it's no wonder that SDMZ will be coming home with the first runner-up title. But ladies and gentlemen, after the first runner-up, of course, it is the most awaited champion. And the champion for Esports Contender Series Season 1 is none other than LF AKAZAYA. I mean, I'm so surprised, right, guys? 196 points and it's such a consistent play style coming in from AKAZAYA, so it's no wonder that they're the champions of this first series. And of course, they will be moving forward to the next part of this series, which is gonna be the Ultimate Gaming Festival later on. And so absolutely crazy. I'm sure the live stream is gonna go wild at this, especially since AKAZAYA has so many fans. So yeah, Mike, what are your thoughts so far?
I mean, I guess I'm good. I guess I'm gonna be the closing guy for this stream, especially that the winners have been revealed by everyone right here. And yeah, I mean, definitely a very much warm welcome as well for season 1 to have these winners. It really sets that standard for the next few that we'll be playing. And yeah, I mean, maybe in the next seasons to come, then definitely good luck as well to the new players that will try to challenge and be the winners for the future. But yeah, of course, that was just my thoughts. Again, props to everyone for giving them a good fight.
Yep, this is it. Next asset coming up. I guess it's the MVPs or something that you told us, but we couldn't hear really properly. But yeah, we are really eager. Yeah, MVP. He confirmed it. I love our producer, guys. Subscribe to Radio Nation TV. But yeah, this is our MVP or final MVP of Radio Nation Gamers Land Esports Contender Series Season 1, and that is. Congrats to OPZ Bot Bro with 38 limbs, 440.44. Oh, that's a pretty number. Average damage, 0.83 assists, 2.11 average elimination or 2.1 KDA, or 2.11, I mean, but 1.61 average knocks and 251.22 average shield. This is a really amazing statistics for tournament league. In 3 days, 18 matches, they have gotten 38 eliminations from Team OPC. And welcome to the Terminators status OPZ Esports for you, Bot Bro.
Yeah, and that's absolutely amazing. I mean, Botpro was consistently number two in the overall top players, but it's nice to see that they overtook Manu and finally clinched that number one spot and ultimately becomes the overall MVP for this grand finals. And so that's absolutely deserved, especially since they had such a good survivability a while ago. I believe that was the previous map just now. And so with that, you know what? Congratulations to the rest of the top players as well. That's Manu, Agent, Mahu, and Bogobe. And yeah, these are the names that just keep on popping up one after the other while the games were going on. And that was an amazing 18 matches to witness. And these players are just absolutely amazing. The teams also are absolutely amazing. And it's nice to see that there will be teams moving forward to the next part of this series of Ooredoo Nation. But yeah, this is the overall standings. What are your thoughts on this, Mike?
Thank you so much for that, Annie. And yeah, there we have our overall standings once again. AKAZAYA Esports currently leading with 196 points, 181 going to SDMZ, OPZ getting 164, and SKYFORCE getting 160 points. And the rest just goes on and on. I mean, this is still season one, but 6 teams out of 16 have already reached 3 digits. So again, very huge props. It really sets that standard for the next seasons to come. But of course, these four teams, these top 4 teams, would also be qualified for Ultimate Gaming Festival 2027. So I mean, congratulations and good luck to these players that would be joining as well. And you know what? This year, of course, it's just gonna be a surprise. But there are gonna be 2 contender series for this year, so I guess everyone really we're just as excited as you guys are. So again, we're gonna be seeing again maybe soon, but you know who knows? Again, I'm just excited as you are. I will watch the stream anyway. So yeah, how about you, Sam?
Yeah, it's been a blast seeing all of the teams playing here and there, going in and out. Like I like it, but yeah, following it up, yeah, we have really amazing teams. We have really amazing players that are just really playing for now on. But what happened to my camera again and again? Please fix it, bro. I want, oh, I have a filter, guys. I want to give you a surprise. But yeah, from now on, we can see.
I got kicked out.
No,
Actually,
you
this
eradicated you.
isn't actually me being the God's force again and again. But guys, I really thank you all for all the sponsor for LNN, for E2S Gaming, for Maldives Electronic Esports Association, for Maldives Unified Gaming, supporting Ooredoo Nations MV, or Ooredoo Esports Contender Series Season 1. We are gonna come back at the second season. We are gonna come back really soon, maybe at the middle of the year or maybe at the end of the year. But guys, this is it. Esports Contender Series Season 1 has been done. And look at this, guys.
Hey, who was your favorite player again, Sam?
What? What?
Who was your favorite player?
Oh, yeah.
Yanj.
Yeah, no,
Hey.
no, man, I'm ashamed, man. But yeah, this is it. We have wrapped up Esports Contender Series Season 1, and we are gonna get back to you as soon as we can. So, guys, this is me, Sam, Annie, and Moik for the end. And we're gonna see you guys really soon. So, bye bye. See you again.